This is Rogers TV.
Good afternoon, hockey fans across the island and watching worldwide on YouTube. Bill Hart and Steve Callahan with you today for the call. We've got Ken Appleby in net for the Worcester Railers, his third straight start. Evan Cormier is going to be tending goal for the Growlers. It's not often you are going to beat the Newfoundland Growlers back-to-back, but the Railers have that opportunity today.
Yeah, and I think that's the case when you have a game in a three-game series. The first game is the Newfoundland Growlers want to establish their game plan. Key to Worcester to come back last night and really hammer down the third period and really get that win for them. And now they get an opportunity to really win the series. Very good opportunity for them to take today. Well,
they were able to combat the speed of the Newfoundland Growlers successfully yesterday. And today is DC Superheroes Day, so they'll be sporting the really cool Flash jerseys. All right, let's throw it to Chris. And I do believe it's
Mr. Murphy.
Mr. Murphy.
Conception Bay South Arena, the rubber match, the third and final contest of the weekend between your Newfoundland Growlers and the visiting Worcester Railers. Here's today's starting lineup for your Growlers, for your flashy-looking Growlers out here this afternoon. Boy, that's not one of my better puns. It is the Made Right Here line is what we're calling them here today. Nathan Noel at center with Zach O'Brien and Marcus Power. Matteo Pietranero and Brennan Kapchek man the blue line, and between the pipes is number 34, Evan Cormier, looking to repeat his stellar performance that he turned in right here against Worcester this past Friday night. In goal for Worcester, no surprises there. It's Ken Appleby making his third start in 2.5 days, so hopefully the Growlers can get to these Railers early and send them heading home with just the one win.
A good fast start is really going to be key here, Chris. We know the Growlers, when they score first, they score often, going to be important tonight.
Sure is. And we're underway. The centers colliding there already as the Growlers win the draw. Kapchek gets it across. His pass booted free. Trying to get it back in is Josevic, but it's Zach O'Brien spinning it into neutral ice. Giving chase is Nathan Noel. He'll throw a check as Worcester sends it right back in. Brennan Kapchek leaves this one aside from Matteo Pietranero. He'll lift the backhand out of the zone. Right onto the backhand to the stick of Zach Malatesta. Flip to the line. It gets out to center. Cross ice. That one connects for Nolan Vesey. Almost flipped that one out of play. But instead it's inside the Newfoundland zone. Nathan Noel standing up for his fallen teammate. Kapchek popped right back up. He and Smotherman do battle as the puck comes to the line. Held in by Fergelli. How could I possibly forget John Fergelli? Looks like a superhero in his own right with that hair. That's 3 games in a row I've commented on John Fergelli's amazing hair. And here he comes flowing into the offensive zone. Drops it back for Smotherman. It handcuffed Cormier. He's down. And luckily that puck did not end up behind him as that one just hopped right out of his glove. Dangerous looking play there for the Railers in the first minute and 15 seconds of this one. The Growlers snap it ahead quickly. Isaac Johnson lets it go into the left wing corner, bounces out of the corner. Appleby guides it aside behind the net, and away come the Railers. Drew Callan had 4 points last night, a goal and 3 assists. Johnstone tried to golf that one ahead. A rolling puck, and what a pass. In comes Newfoundland. That's Riley McCourt through the middle, left it behind, and he got a shot off, and it never reached the cage. Worcester into the air, glove down by Johnstone. Johnstone, nice feed ahead for Johnson. Isaac Johnson, nice move to get between the defenders. Ran out of ice down there. Pelton Bice trying to free it back up with him. Knocked away. Trent Bork activates off the blue line. He'll absorb a check from Olsen and got the puck back in deep. Growlers trying to get it back in the offensive zone. Just over 2 minutes gone. A shot apiece here as that puck escapes into neutral ice, and we have a whistle. Was it may have been knocked by a high stick of some kind?
It looked like that was the case there, Chris, but I'm not entirely sure. It seemed like the Railers bench got up in arms pretty quickly there.
Face off the comeback at center ice with 17:47 remaining. Here in the first period, no score here in the early stages, as that's one back by Worcester. Ben, I think we can say pretty unequivocally here, yes, Worcester came in here last place in the division with just 1 win, but that is not indicative of this hockey club. They are a far better team than that record would suggest.
Very much so, Chris. I mean, it seems like they're just getting out to a bit of a slow start to start the season, but they're looking good.
Here we go, the Growlers. Chizowski rolls that one in deep. Behind the net, Skirving lets it go for Gordy Green. Up top it comes. Settled at the left point. Garrett Johnston across to James Malindi. His shot looking to get through traffic. That one bodied away. Chizowski, he was corkscrewed into the ice. James Malindi, a great hit there. Turns and fires it in on goal. And that's going to be held by Appleby. Polson, I can hear his brain rattling around. That was a nice hit by Malindi. Had him looking the other way.
Very Nicholas Cronwall-like on that one. Coming up the wall, you could see James Malindi's eyes light up.
Face off to the left of Appleby. 2:59 gone here in the opening period. And it's Noel, O'Brien, and Power. That's your forward line. O'Brien thought he was going to be able to pull that one away. It's cleared to center ice instead by Worcester. Brennan Kapchek flipped ahead, then across now, and there's Matteo Pietranero. He scored last night. Leaves it for Marcus Power. Cross ice. Here's an opportunity in the slot, and you got to give Worcester credit. Man, do they know how to clog up a lane. Here they come back the other way. Adams. 3-on-1 materializes, but it's broken up by the Growlers defense, and Zach O'Brien looks to counter. Through the middle for Marcus Power, and they're offside. 16:30 remains here in the opening period. Still no score between Newfoundland and Worcester.
What a hit from Nathan Noel over on the far side there. Wow, just showing the strength he has in his stride, and the flash jersey is almost all too fitting for him flying around the ice.
Love that. On the draws, Ryan Chizowski. And they're going to redo that one, as Trent Bork wanted to just skate in with that. Can't say I blame him. He scored as well last night for Newfoundland. 2 defensemen. Oh, and they're going to redo another one here. Now everyone staring at the timekeeper's booth, searing daggers. Hey, it's all good.
Third time's the charm.
All good. Chizowski again. Hey, they got it, and he wins it back. Trent Bork in his own zone. Across, the Growlers want to rush this ahead. And it's going to be Trent Bork over center into the offensive end. Too far, though, for Centazzo. He'll give chase. Loose in front of the cage. Comes up top. There's McCourt. McCourt swings behind the net, trying to wrap it around. Hands it. Centazzo, side door. What a save. 2 big stops by Appleby in tight. And he's got the rebound, too. And Riley McCourt knows that he just had one taken away from him.
What a save from Ken Appleby there. Chris, we've been talking so much about how dialed in he's been these last 2 games. He shows early on in this one that he's dialed in this afternoon as well. What a save.
Oh. What a right pad save. Whoa. I almost just ate it. That's not the first time. So here in the broadcast booth, I'm actually kind of elevated a little bit off the ground. I'm on a riser that is being used to assist the Rogers television cameras that are alongside me here. And twice now, I've almost accidentally ended my own life by almost falling off of this silly riser. No harm done, as it's chipped away, though, by Worcester as play continues here. 16 minutes to go. Ringed around the inboards by Melindy. Johnstone trying to get it by Olsen. Stole it, but it's stolen right back. Away comes Johnstone. Right wing side, absorbs a check, still has the puck. Opposite side corner now. Pelton Bice there to get it. Hill center. Nobody home to tuck that in, but it's stolen back away again. Knocked away, though. And Melindy backpedals to get it at center. Off his stick and into the offensive zone. Pelton Bice. He's getting into it there with Olsen, as Worcester steals the puck away. 2 Growlers colliding behind the play as Olsen makes it a 4-on-2 back for Worcester. Luckily, Mike Cornell, Butterfingers down there, couldn't hang on to it, and he and Johnstone are gonna give some pushes and some shovings here after the whistle.
It'll be interesting to see, Chris, if tensions start to boil over a little bit today. We saw quite a bit of this stuff last night. Normally on Sundays after 2-2 in the third, you get a little bit sick of each other. It'll be interesting to see how these 2 teams react today when tensions start to rise.
Shots are 3-1 Newfoundland as we approach the 5-minute mark of the opening period here. No score. Both goaltenders perfect so far. To the left of Evan Cormier we go. These Flash jerseys almost perfectly mixed with his equipment. He still has a lot of his former New Jersey Devils equipment. That is a red. And his glove hand is actually, I don't know if you've ever seen it in person, it is orange and not red. And if you ask yourself, well, Chris, here's a breakout in front. That one geared away off the Bauer goal stick of Evan Cormier, looking up ice and finding Nathan Noel with Zach O'Brien. Gets into the offensive zone. Noel chips it in deep. It's orange because the catching glove that Evan Cormier has is, here's an opportunity for Zach O'Brien, dead in the slot. Stopped again by Appleby. O'Brien tries again. This time it's off a body and wide, kept alive into the high slot. McCourt. Hill, tried to get that one across there for Trent Bork. Bork tried to get it back down low. That's intercepted and flung into the air, cleared by Worcester. It's John Gibson's catching glove from Anaheim is what I was trying to get out here. It's you can say it has Gibson on it, and that's an Anaheim Duck color because goalies, that's how they try out new things, as that one ends up out of play with 14:08 to go, is you borrow, you call your rep with the goalie equipment company and say, hey, I want to try a different kind of glove or whatever. Hey, try this one. It was John Gibson's, and that's how he's got it.
Fun fact about goalies and their gloves. Andrei Vasilevsky with the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yep.
He's actually left-handed, is supposed to catch with his right, couldn't find a glove to fit or get one that was actually right-handed in Russia growing up, learned how to play with his left.
Wow. Well, there you go. Here come the Growlers, left-hand side. Fighting save made again by Appleby as the Growlers peppering the Railers here in the early stages. 5-1 now are the shots, and this game's just over 5 minutes old. Garrett Johnston in his own zone, gets it to the line, hopped over a stick, but held in. Sent to the open man in the left wing corner. Worcester trying to fling that one out in front was Grant Josevic. Well, that was pulled out of midair and held by Cormier. 13:41 to go here in the opening frame. Still no score between the Growlers, or the Flash today, and the visiting Worcester Railers. And Ben, even a few of these...
Seems like everyone is counting steps these days. Some just count more than others.
Beautiful CBS. Bill Hart, Steve Callahan with you. It's worth mentioning, too, at the beginning of the game, the Newfoundland Growlers, as a thank you to the town of CBS for making this, the Newfoundland Growlers, home temporarily. They donated $15,000 to the town of CBS Community Group today.
Incredible to see. The town stepped up, really welcomed the community entirely, and it's great to see that now we have a new relationship, and the Growlers have really stepped up and said a big thank you to the community, and thank you to the community of Conception Bay South.
All right, back to Chris Ballard and Ben Murphy on Rogers TV.
So around the last few years. Binghamton? We'll figure it out after. Face off to the right of Evan Cormier. Ty Pelton-Weiss, he's on the draw against Jacob Hayhurst. He's been one of the better Railers this weekend. And it comes back to the line. Spetz hammered that one in deep. Johnstone, a spinning pass ahead for the pinching James Malindi. Cross ice, in onside. Oh, and a dirty hit there goes unnoticed. Bit of a knee there. Play continues back the other way. Garrett Johnston gave his man a little extra there. Polson. The Growlers come away, no harm done as Mark Johnstone weaves his way ahead. Didn't like his lane, so he sends it back to Malindi. Malindi at center. Sends that one in wide of the cage, off the end boards. Picked up beautifully by Johnstone, and even better save by Appleby. That's a smart play by Malindi.
Very much so. We've been seeing that a lot from him this weekend. That's a set play right there, Chris.
Nathan Noel across to Pietranero. He'll swing away from his man there, VC. And across to Kapchek. Up on the left wing side, O'Brien's got all kinds of time and space. Into the middle, his shot wide. Marcus Power taking the body there as the Growlers free it back up left-hand side. Pietranero walks the line, tries to find a lane. That one got blocked. Almost hopped right back onto the tape of Kapchek, but the Growlers managed to hold the line. Poke checked into the corner by Pietranero. Centering feed there, that one off the mark. Stolen right back by Newfoundland. That's O'Brien in the left wing corner. Up top to Pietranero. Oh, now they got a man on top of O'Brien. They score! Redirected in front by Nathan Noel, and O'Brien still has a man on top of him in the corner.
I mean, hard to understand how that wasn't maybe holding, interference, could have been either or, but regardless, the Growlers tucked one away. I think Zach O'Brien gets the last laugh on that one, Chris.
I think you're right, and Nathan Noel actually is going to get the last laugh himself. Olsen's going after him after the whistle. See this, I'll say this, a player like Olsen, I mean, he's had one goal, I think, in the last 2 seasons, would have no place on this Growlers roster. That's more of an old school style of player that straight up would not fit the culture of the Growlers' youth and skill here. I'm not sure that's cut from quite the same cloth, let's say.
No, and you know, him trying to grab at Nathan Noel, get into the face of Nathan Noel, that's not even a mismatch the Growlers want to take. Nathan Noel is effective every single time he's on the ice. His forecheck has been incredible so far to start this game. That's just not a mismatch the Growlers want. They can let Olsen go on and do his thing. Nathan Noel stick to his game.
So we'll see who gets credit. I think Nathan Noel's got his second Growler goal.
Judging by the celebration at the bench, he was the first one through. Seemed like he had a smile on his face, some cheers. It looks like that one might go to Nathan Noel, but hard to say when some of those bobble in front of the net and find their way in.
Shots are 7-1 Newfoundland.
It's about as good of a start as you can ask for, Chris. I mean, the Growlers always look to get out to a good start. They've scored now first in 8 of 10 games this season.
Crazy. Face-off one back by Newfoundland all the way to Cormier. He'll leave it aside. Here's the goal call. Nathan Noel gets the goal, his second. Matteo Pietranero. And here, looking for more, is Oren Centazzo. Maybe the only guy on the ice who can give John Fergelli a run for his money in the flow department. Bork across on the left-hand side, back to Bork up top, has all kinds of room. What a pass attempt there. Second opportunities off the outside of the cage and cleared away by Worcester. Cormier well out of his net again to play it, leaves it. Or tried to anyway for Bork. Bork in his own zone, nice pass to McCourt. McCourt heads behind the net again. Nathan Noel second from Matteo Pietranero at 7:51. Growlers looking for more again into the offensive zone. That pass off a skate. They may have to hurry back here. Luckily, Worcester wasn't able to take off on that one. 11 minutes to go here in the first period. The Growlers draw first blood nice and early here today. Nice move there into the offensive zone by Hayhurst. That shot off a shin pad. Behind the net, rolls away right back to the point for Mike Cornell. Now it's Spetz wide of the cage, off the end boards, rolls harmlessly into the right wing corner. Taken by Newfoundland and ahead for Johnstone. Flipped ahead too far for Skirving. Spetz gets it back for Worcester and sends it right back in. Cormier leaves that one. Flipped ahead, held in by Adams. He's being watched closely down there. Sends a pass up top for Spetz. His shot blockered away by Cormier. Tripped up right in the crease there was Mark Johnstone. He pops right back up as the Growlers clear to center. Marcus Power at center. His pass for Nathan Noel connects. Noel fires a great blocker save by Appleby. 8-2 are the shots now for Newfoundland as the Newfoundland offense is a-buzzing here this afternoon. Kapchuk delivers, and it's stopped by Appleby, and right in the middle of some extra pushing and shoving again is Nathan Noel. Knocked his man to the ice. Man, he loves the role he gets to play on this hockey club, Ben.
He certainly does, and Chris, does he ever do a good job of it. Not only is he effective out there in terms of forechecking, constant pressure, getting offensive opportunities, he does such a good job of getting under the skin of the opposing team, and he does an even better job of not spending too much time in the penalty box while getting under the skin of the opposing team.
That's the line you want to toe here. You want to play that disturber role when not disturbing your own team by taking those penalties on some of those plays. You have to toe that line.
Absolutely, and it'll never cease to amaze me how Nathan Noel has adapted his game to be able to play that role. He's really can just play wherever and whatever role he's needed to on this Growlers team.
Nathan Noel kicked out of the faceoff dot this time. O'Brien steps in, offensive zone draw. He'll win it back. Helping it to the point was Power. He gets it back from Kapchuk, flinged in on goal, and that's stopped by Appleby and guided to center. 10 shots through the first 10 minutes of the game for Newfoundland. On pace for 60, which is absurd, as Kapchuk carries the line offside. 9:41 remains here. Nathan Noel. Zach O'Brien actually got credit for the second assist on the Nathan Noel goal. So it's Noel from Pietranero and O'Brien at 7:51.
Zach O'Brien's eighth assist on the season.
To one goal.
Hard to believe.
It is.
But still finding a way to get on the score sheet. That's what counts.
Chizowski out to take the draw outside the Newfoundland offensive zone blue line. Pulled away this time by the Railers. Knocked ahead. Clear net, hopped off a stick, no icing. Trent Bork frees it back for Riley McCourt. McCourt behind the net. Keeps it away from the forechecking Olsen. Off the stick of Centazzo and a whistle. Is it offside or?
I believe so. I think that one might go all the way back down, Chris. Oren Centazzo just about 6 inches or so inside the blue line when his stick touched that one to send it down the ice.
9:23 remains here in the opening period. Newfoundland has drawn first blood, 1-0. To the left of Cormier we go. Face off, won by Newfoundland. Nice skating there by McCourt. He sends Chizowski ahead. Chizowski, one of the top rookies in the ECHL through the early stages of this season. Dropped it back for Isaac Johnson. Isaac Johnson into the corner, jumping in off the line is Bork. That's going to hit off the protective mesh for a stoppage in the action with 9:05 left in the period.
Ryan Jaszowski tied for 4th among rookies with 7 points so far this season, 3 goals, 4 assists. A great start to his young career.
Absolutely. And actually, it hasn't happened yet, but I submitted a stat change request just this morning. The first assist on the first goal yesterday, rather, he is supposed to have the assist compared to Centazzo, who got credit for it. Is that one wide? Second try. Oh, that one taken away. Another superlative save by Appleby.
Really liking this line of Pelton Weiss, Gordy Green, Mark Johnstone. We were talking about Mark Johnstone last night, his effortless skating. I mean, you have Gordy Green, who is just buzzing around the ice all the time, and then the addition of Pelton Weiss is a welcome one.
Play resumes. Mike Cornell gets control in his own zone, trying to send it ahead. And the Growlers steal it back. Centering feed there, quick release in tight for Gordy Green. That one didn't miss by much. Melindy looking to hold the line. His man sneaks by him with the puck, but Garrett Johnston recovers it inside Newfoundland territory. Nice pass there. Good puck movement. Melindy ahead for Gordy Green. That's off a stick and in deep. 8.5 minutes to go here in period numero uno. 1-0 Newfoundland. Shots 11-2 for the Growlers. Here comes Hayhurst. Onside as Cornell joins the rush. He'll roll it in deep. Melindy played it away from him nicely. And Garrett Johnston slips away from a check and gives it back. Bit of a bouncer, though, for Melindy. A loose stick down there causing some havoc as a sea of bodies collide. Melindy actually talking to the referee mid-scrum down there. Malatesta through traffic, in on Cormier. 2 big pad saves for Evan Cormier. Side door. Great play. That one actually may have stopped it with his helmet. What a play by Cormier. Picks up his own loose stick down there as Cormier watches as the puck rolls off the end boards. Gordy Green gave it a whack, couldn't get it out. Garrett Johnston back for Gordy Green, and he'll have a moment to skate it out to center ice. Up for Marcus Power. 3-on-2 almost materializing as Green cuts behind the net. He's bodied hard down there, left the puck for Noel. Nathan Noel for Marcus Power. Cap check, his shot was blocked before it reached the net. He'll get it back. Chipped away from him, however. It ends up into neutral ice. Vesey's taken down there. Bodies all over the place. Pietranero ended up on top of him. And Vesey looking up at the referee as he dusts off the snow. Hoping for a call there, but play continues in the right wing corner inside Newfoundland's territory. A battle, puck pulled away. Marcus Powers there between the legs, feed, and now Nathan Noel gets away with it. He had his pocket picked. Now in come the Railers again. Adams, not much of a shooting lane. Dropped it for Fergelli. John Fergelli, a try. That's stopped by Cormier. Just the 3rd credited shot for Worcester in the period. Into the slot, and that's taken away by Pietranero. He'll skate it towards center. Hitting the line and dumping it in is Matteo Pietranero. Great shift there by O'Brien. Power. And Nathan Noel with 6.5 minutes to go. I take that back. Only 2 credited shots still here for Worcester. 11 for Newfoundland. Not an aggressive forecheck here. Centazzo parked at the top of the crease. Cleared away. No icing. So Cormier plays that one over the loose stick down there. Trent Bork takes it away, and it's batted away. And Isaac Johnson in a foot race. He'll be the first to collect this puck in the offensive zone. Slams on the brakes. Oh, what a feed there, and a shot high over the net, off the end boards and covered by Appleby. But a great play there, connecting with some chemistry is Isaac Johnson and Riley McCourt.
The Growlers have just looked like the far superior team in just about every facet of this game so far, Chris. Probably the best shift we've seen from the Railers just these last couple of minutes.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Chris and Ben. Bill Hart, Steve Callahan with you. We'll be meeting up again during the first intermission. Right now, though, can we just take a moment to talk about the jerseys that the Newfoundland Growlers are wearing for this DC Superheroes Day. Now, I like the Paw Patrol jerseys from a few years back. The Marvel jerseys were pretty cool, too. But I'm sorry, if I'm going to pass my vote right here, right now, those Flash jerseys are A1. Look at those things.
They really bring out the nervousness, and I love them so much. Especially from the crest right on out. You know, the boys got a little muscle going on there, right. little six-pack of abs and everything on every one of those guys. every guy would love to have one of those. And it's a great
Absolutely.
uniform, and it makes for some excitement there and a little bit of fun today too. So,
Well, those jerseys are going to be auctioned off after the game, so if you'd like to bid on those, find out more by visiting the Newfoundland Growlers Facebook page or their website. We're going to throw it back now to Chris Ballard and Ben Dropkick Murphy on Rogers TV.
They're just missing on some of these as well. Not even forcing Appleby to make a save in some of these situations. They can just tighten up that little bit, and this one could get blown wide open.
To the right of Appleby we go. Pelton Bice out with Skirving and Johnstone, McCourt and Bork. Pelton Bice to take the draw against Jacob Hayhurst. Clean win for Pelton Bice to the left point. Bork through traffic. Oh, that didn't miss by much. Well, the Growlers doing a better job getting shots through the traffic in front today, and Skirving looking for his second of the year. Big rebound off of Appleby and a couple of nice saves. Skirving and the Growlers still buzzing down there as it comes back up top to McCourt. His cross-ice feed off the stick of Olsen and out into neutral ice. Backpedaling with it are the Growlers' defensive McCourt and Bork. Pelton Bice, nifty play there, but turned it over. Now it's a 2-on-1 from in close, circling with it into the slot and a pad save Cormier. Back up top, Spets, a block. And now here come the Growlers with some numbers. It's Pelton Bice on the right wing side, McCourt jumping in. That pass, Pelton Bice got it behind Mark Johnstone, and it's cleared away. Watch your feet. Puck comes for Kapchek now at the Growler blue line. Ahead for Nathan Noel. Noel chipped it in deep. He'll give chase, jumping around his man as he gets in, laying a big check there against Mike Cornell. Puck still being contended for in the corner. It comes away, but it's held in by O'Brien. He'll poke it back down low. Nathan Noel gives chase. He'll take another big run at Mike Cornell, and he crushed him into the boards with a clean shoulder check. Kapchek, what a move at the line to find some room. Tried to slide it along the ice on goal. That got blocked and cleared by the Railers. Drew Callan can't catch up to that one. Marcus Power got there first. Off the skates of O'Brien and in deep as that unit heads off for a change in the final 5 minutes of the opening period. 1-0 Newfoundland. Shots are 12-5. Clearing attempt there for Worcester. Callan. That one stolen by Isaac Johnson. He's in a battle for it at dead center ice. Cleared away by Worcester. Cormier behind the net for James Melindy. He'll start the rush, looking up on the right wing side. His pass off the stick of Johnston into the air, and now Melindy gets it back and clears it in. Giving chase is Ryan Chizowski. Knocked away from him though. Worcester looks to counter back quickly, unable to reel in the pass is Nolan Vesey, and Johnson gets it back, played it back in his own zone. Ready to play it was Evan Cormier. Melindy takes it instead, and he'll look to start a rush out of his own zone. Melindy, nice pass ahead off the tape of Chizowski. No icing as Vesey trying to get out of his own zone, ends up back into neutral. Isaac Johnson, what a feed ahead, and looking for a partial break as Pelton Bice dropped it back, and a nice block there by the Railers, and back they come. In over the line is Coughlin. He'll roll one wide of the cage off the end board, jumping in. There's McCarthy. He's bodied off the puck. Bet you don't hear that said very often about him. 6'7". Into neutral ice. Great play to keep it alive for Trent Bork. Bork. His shot blocked again. The Growlers hurry back to clog up the zone. Smotherman. That pass intended for Callan was off the mark. What a play by Riley McCourt to rip it back and inside his own zone to safety. Trent Bork leaves it for Kapchek. He'll head off for a line change. Nathan Noel carries in with some speed. Flipped it ahead, but glove down. Kapchek has to wait for everyone to tag up, hits the line onside, and gets it for O'Brien in the left wing corner. He's watched closely by Cornell. Worcester regains possession, gets it to the line. Almost held in there by Kapchek, but he will get control. And Nathan Noel at center carries it back in. Nathan Noel slams on the brakes, left it for Kapchek, faked the one-timer, walked into the right wing corner. 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Kapchek for O'Brien in the left wing corner. He and Cornell collide, pulled away, one-timer loose, and it's stopped by Appleby. And look at that filthy play. Brendan Kapchek and Ross Olsen. Olsen showing his true colors out here. What did I say earlier? That's the exact same thing. He was just doing his job, following up on a loose puck, and talk about a size mismatch as well. Brennan Kapchek, he plays a big, fearless game with his 5'9" frame, but Ross Olsen is 6'4", 220, and Kapchek is in the penalty box?
Yeah, I gotta wonder why Kapchek ends up in the penalty box there at all. Olsen doesn't seem to realize that he is in fact going to the box as well. But like you said, Chris, you were bang on. He's out there for one reason today, and one reason only. He's gonna try to shake things up. I mean, any hockey player in the world would have gone after that rebound, and rightfully so. Really no harm there, but Olsen seemed to not like what he saw. We'll see if James Melindy might have an answer for that somewhere down the road.
Can you imagine Olsen wears a letter for this hockey club? That's a toughie.
Chris, it hasn't mattered what line or who has stepped onto the ice for this Growlers team so far. It has been 18 minutes of continuous pressure.
Chazowski, Centazzo, McCourt, and Garrett Johnson on the ice for Newfoundland. 4-on-4 for a full 2 minutes. Chazowski knocked down on the draw. Cornell gets it back for Worcester. Cornell spins away from Chazowski in his own zone and sends a pass ahead. Polson, nice job to keep himself onside there. And in comes Coughlin, his shot off the stick of Garrett Johnson and wide. Johnson behind the net for McCourt. A little give and go as Garrett, you can tell Worcester's definitely playing a different style of game here this afternoon. That's that leadership from Olsen.
Very evident here.
Centering feed there. Centazzo lost it in his skates, and it's going to be taken away by the Railers, but stolen by Chazowski, and he has some room to skate it into the offensive zone. Chazowski using his big reach there. He was tripped up, no call, and now a break back the other way for Worcester. In with speed is Hayers. What a save!
Wow!
What a recovery by Johnstone! You gotta love that effort by the Growlers here.
There's that speed again. What an effort. What a back check. 200 feet of ice for Mark Johnstone there all the way to take away that goal. Wow.
Under a minute now remains here in this opening period. Still 1-0 Newfoundland, 13-6 for the shots. Man, what a hustle play by Mark Johnstone. I think the value of his Flash jersey just went up a little bit after that. That was an incredible hustle.
Good effort from Trent Bourque on that back check too, but we saw why Jacob Hayhurst has been so effective with his speed.
Oh, he's been definitely one of the better Railers here this weekend. Trent Bourque off the draw in his own zone, had it stolen. There's a drive high and wide. Tripped up again is Johnstone, no call. Tripping's not a penalty on Sunday afternoon here in CBS. Cross ice for Malatesta. He'll get it back to McGurdy, sending it into the right wing corner. Matteo Pietranero, he's the one tasked with keeping an eye on his man, and Pietranero, I think, knew he wasn't going to win the foot race against the speedy Hayhurst. 25 seconds to go in the period. Malatesta, one final line change for these clubs as Malatesta ran out of ice. Cormier plays it away from him. Adams gets it back for Worcester, 12 seconds to go. Garrett Johnston, James Melindy, everyone battling for that loose puck. It's taken by Melindy, played ahead for Isaac Johnson. 4 seconds left, out to center, and that's where this one's gonna end. 1-0 Newfoundland, much to the delight of the sold-out crowd here in Conception Bay South. We'll step away for a short break. For those of you tuned in on Mixlr, stick around. You'll hear from Growlers head coach Eric Wellwood right here on the Growlers Broadcast Network.
All right, thanks again, Chris Ballard and Ben Murphy for the call in that first period of play. Welcome to the first intermission. Bill Hart with Steve Callahan here. And, well, look, the first two games were any indication of what we were going to experience today. These are two good hockey clubs. Don't look at the standings, look at the records up to now. But these are two teams that are fast, they hit hard, they skate hard, they play hard.
The speed is incredible by both teams, and what that allows is that you're going to get some physicality. You're going to get those bumps along the boards. You're going to get hard forechecking with the defenseman and pinching in. And it's just great speed, great physicality, incredible skill level by both teams.
All right, we're going to start this highlight package with a save that you saw, and we're very impressed with.
Well, what happens is that if this puck goes in, then the ice tilts in the favor of Worcester. It's a little dribble. There's a little bit of chaos down in front of the net, and you know, Newfoundland are able to clear the puck out. But you can just see that there's never a bad play to put a shot on the puck. And there he goes, just sits there, a little bit of wave. Everybody's kind of sticking over the puck, not being able to get the reach to it. But if that one goes in for Worcester, the ice tilts. Instead, Newfoundland are able to clear that puck out and maintain their composure.
And the ice did not tilt because the Newfoundland Growlers were the first on the board today with this goal.
And again, we've seen both goaltenders struggle with their catching hand and a glove hand. And this is just that little shot that goes through. Looks like Nathan gets a tip on it. Right here, I think he gets a stick down the ice. Nope, it's up a little top, and it just goes off the goaltender's glove. Appleby right there popping into the net. I mean, again, we're going to talk a little bit about Nathan Noel.
Look.
But you see a kid that goes right to the net, causing the chaos, getting his stick active, and able to generate the goal.
Yeah, well, you know, Nathan Noel's name was mentioned a lot during this first period. You're about to see in this next highlight, not only is he putting pucks in the net, but he's throwing his body around too.
I really wanted to isolate this because, you know, Nathan has been, well, we've had, and again, this is an indication of some of the physicality that was happening in on the play. But you see Nathan here, you know, he's just, boom, that's the one first hit right there. Then he gets up and he goes right to the front of the net, causes that chaos again. I want to isolate, I want to talk a little bit about Nathan and his abilities here, because he was criticized early in his pro career for not being able to play a full game, a full 200-foot game. I've seen indications here every time on the ice, playing in the middle of the ice, coming back, being available in the middle of the ice on the back check for the outlet pass. Then he's first in on the forecheck. He's not only the first forward back, he's the first in on the forecheck. And he's playing physical, and he's getting to the net, and he's getting rewarded with ice time. He's really embraced this opportunity. Not only to play for Newfoundland, but he's also embraced the opportunity to play in the middle of Zach and Marcus. Great chance for him to really display his skills and his passion.
Well, you expect a lot of fans to have Growlers jerseys with Noel's name on the back of them, because he's like a little, like comparisons to Brad Marchand on the ice here. He's doing all that you'd expect him to. The period wrapped up on a save that, wow, you know, look, Evan Cormier, the way to go on him.
And again, when you got 4-on-4 hockey, you're going to have these opportunities come up. This is not only a case of Newfoundland really buying into the back check because you got everybody coming back, but just an incredible composure by Cormier. Boom, keeps the pad down there rather than overcommitting. His incredible timing, great athleticism, and that's what we want from that kind of goaltender in a Game 3 situation where you really want to get that win.
Well, he really bailed his teammates out, because what you didn't see in that replay was further up the ice, two Growlers players actually collided with each other, allowing for the breakaway to happen. All right, so that's where we stand right now. The Newfoundland Growlers up 1-0 over Worcester. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be back as the first intermission continues on Rogers TV.
Going up, creditors were calling. I finally realized I needed help. The people at James & Noseworthy really took care of me, and I'm glad I chose a local solution. I felt like they understood me better. Getting help with my debt has given me the energy, the headspace, and the time to make my dreams come true. A chance to start again with knowledge, support, and people in your corner. Are you looking for that kind of help? It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Money Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
I can't thank people enough for donating to the War Amps.
If I could, I'd give every single donor a big hug, because things that they've allowed these kids to do are amazing.
Gives them the opportunity to experience life as everyone else would.
They can do so much. They can play musical instruments, snowboarding, play hockey, kayak, swim. There's no doors being closed to them, and I find that amazing.
It's affected my family in a way that we may never be able to thank you.
Welcome back to the first intermission. To my left, a man that really doesn't need any introduction at all, because you've probably seen him talk the talk and walk the walk on TV. You heard him on interviews, and you're seeing him here right now. Dean McDonald, owner of the Newfoundland Growlers. Let's start off. How goes the battle, sir?
the battle goes well. It's nice to have hockey again, as I'm sure you agree, and it almost makes it feel like life's getting back to normal, with the possible exception of where we're playing.
Right. Well, you know what? This wraps up 6 games at CBS Arena.
Yeah.
Many fans are wondering what happens after today.
So we've had discussions with a whole bunch of arenas in the region, not only in the St. John's region, but also elsewhere in the province. You know, our commitment is to try and play everything here to the greatest extent possible. We got a wonderful fan base, and so that's priority one.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like it is the Newfoundland Growlers after all, and you have fans constantly driving from all over the province.
Big time.
Earlier this week, we had fans from Vancouver, British Columbia making the trip. So, you know, the appeal is definitely there. Hockey fans are hearing a lot in the media. They hear a lot of stories, but I'll ask you straight up on behalf of them, how committed are you to the hockey fans of Newfoundland and Labrador?
Well, I think just the mere fact we're still here should say it all. I don't think we've gotten a fair shake, but we're here. And, you know, I can speak on behalf of Glenn Stanford and myself. We want to be here.
Yeah.
This is our home, and this is a team we love, and so as long as we can make it work, we will.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, you've got thousands upon thousands upon thousands of fans locally behind you, and many more across the province for sure. Now, it's no secret that the Newfoundland Growlers are not the only hockey team in your possession.
Right.
You have 2 other ones as well, the Trois-Rivières Lions, and of course Iowa, the Heartlanders.
Yes.
Now, you've had a chance to go to both cities. What kind of reaction did you get from the fans out there?
The fan reaction in both centers is fantastic. First professional team the Lions had a team back in the 50s in Trois-Rivières, but first team in Iowa City, Coralville. So the city councils in both jurisdictions have been very kind, very supportive, want us to be successful. So it just feels really special. And great teams. I mean, I love my Growlers first and foremost, of course, but we've had a wonderful reception in both communities.
Well, you know, there's no surprise that hockey was successful in Quebec with Trois-Rivières.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm a little surprised when I heard Iowa. I never thought of that as a hockey town, but based on what I've seen online and the fan response, great jerseys, great logo, by the way.
Thank you.
The Iowa town just, you know, the state just seems to embrace the sport.
Oh, they love sport. I mean, where we are there's a 62,000 seat football arena.
Yes.
You know, they'll draw 20,000 fans on a weekend for wrestling and volleyball. Yeah. Our job is to get through that noise and make hockey relevant. But, you know, the city as well, we're working with the city. We're building an amphitheater in that region. It's a wonderful town. It's all being redeveloped, all down by the riverfront, and it feels really special.
Yeah, well, listen, I love how they're embracing you, and the gift of hockey is one that just keeps on giving, so that's always good news to say.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm glad that you own the teams. I will never cheer for them when they're on the Newfoundland Growlers. Got to be straight up with you there on that one.
Listen, it's all about the Growlers for me, first and foremost.
That's right. Okay, before you go, one question straight up. What can you tell us about the St. John's Edge? Is there any news on them?
Well, not so much the Edge. I mean, the Edge, obviously, at this stage of the game, given what's happened with the city, given what's going on with the league, there's a whole bunch of probably legal wranglings going to go on between the Edge and the city, so we'll let them do that. But we do have a basketball announcement coming very soon, and I don't think it's any great secret if anyone wants to pan for gold and figure it out. It's you can connect the dots pretty fast, but it's very exciting for us and another team in our stable to, for us, it's kind of with the personnel we have in place, it makes it easy to do.
Well, listen, Dean, thank you so much on behalf of Growlers Nation. I can't help but see so many great things being said about you from fans, whether it be on Facebook or here at the arena. You are loved, you are appreciated, and I swear if Newfoundland and Labrador comes out with a $5 bill, your face will be on it. I'm pretty sure.
That won't be worth a whole lot. But I want to thank Rogers because so many people have got to watch the games in the first 6 games since we've been home, this homestand, and I hear from everybody. Yeah. And thank God you guys are doing it because it's allowed people to see what a great brand of hockey it is. But secondarily, because there's only 1,000 people in this arena, you saved our bacon.
Hey, listen, we're proud to be a part of the team.
No, and you are indeed.
Dean McDonald, you're very, very welcome. Dean McDonald, owner of the Newfoundland Growlers. Good to have him around. And the Growlers, and they are up 1-0 after one period of play. We'll take a break. We'll be back as the first intermission continues on Rogers TV.
racked up some serious debt. Interest payments were going up. Creditors were calling. Janes and Noseworthy came up with a plan. Knowing that the phone was going to stop ringing and that I was not in this alone was a huge relief. Bankruptcy or a consumer proposal or whatever help you get is not the end. It's just the beginning. A chance to start again with knowledge and support and people in your corner. Are you ready? Get out of debt. It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Money Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
Welcome to the traditional, ancestral, unceded territory of the Stalo people. The Stalo are people of the river. I'm so thankful for the courage and resiliency of our ancestors who lived on this land since time immemorial. Each of us have gifts from the Creator, and our Creator has a plan and purpose to be fulfilled in our territory. As we embrace our traditional teachings, we can lead the next generation into the fullness of what our Creator designed. Our shared history reveals a broken relationship, but as all Canadians commit to hear truth, acknowledge injustice, we can learn to walk in our traditional way, Letsamot, with a good heart and a good mind. Then all of our lives will be enriched. Kwasai.
Welcome back to the first intermission. I'm Bill Hart along with Steve Callahan, and of course we reflect on the conversation we just had with Dean McDonald, owner of the Newfoundland Growlers, who said it right here. His commitment to keeping professional hockey here in Newfoundland is in stone, carved in stone. He has no desire to look elsewhere. I mean, his commitment to the fans is 100%.
No doubt now.
Yeah.
There's so many talk about he would play out of another arena, he would play on the road. No doubt now. I mean, he embraced the relationship with this community has been fantastic, but there was so much work involved with making this happen.
Yes.
And so many people behind the scenes, but that's a real example now of his commitment to professional hockey here, professional sports here, and the growth that it's going to be in his behalf.
Yeah. Well, look, let's not pull no punches here and just speak from the heart. The bottom line is the Newfoundland Growlers is a great franchise, and there are cities all over North America that are just ready to welcome one in open arms. But the fact that he's staying here and the team is playing the CBS Arena instead of packing up and going speaks volumes.
It speaks volumes to the people behind the scenes, but it speaks volumes to his commitment to the community. It speaks volumes to, his passion for the game, because you have to be a hockey fan at heart. You have to be, you have to have something that within you that really wants to push this through, because there has to be a tremendous amount of frustration when you really get excited about puck drop, especially after everything that the Globe has been through over the last couple of years, to really want to get back to Newfoundland and really want to get things going. So you really have to have passion at the heart of it. In this case, we now see what his commitment is to the community, what his commitment is to the game, and what his commitment is to Newfoundland and Labrador.
Yeah, and even just the whole idea. I mean, will we ever be playing? We'll see the puck drop in the Mary Brown Center. I mean, that's a question. I mean, we all would love to be there, of course. I mean, that is the Growlers' home. We've got our memories right there. That's where we hoisted our first Kelly's Cup, was right there. And when you have thousands and thousands of fans screaming their heads off, it's a feeling that you'll just never forget.
No, it really needs to happen there, and it really needs to be the heartbeat of the city and the province and the community. That's where it has to be. And I believe it'll be that way. I think everything happens now and people step back and take a big deep breath, and cooler heads have to prevail. And I think that's what's got to be the focus right now, and to make sure that we move forward together. This is not a time to be digging in. This is a time now to be coming together to make things happen for the right reasons. And I believe that'll happen. I think that everybody everybody has to have the wherewithal to see the bigger picture and to make sure that it happens here for the good of the game.
Yeah, well, you know how many people are involved in a Growlers game beyond the players and the coaches themselves, the people that work outside the arena, and the people that that depend on the game. So we keep our fingers crossed, and we have to stay positive. You said it perfectly. We have good vibes, good feelings.
Yeah.
Speaking of good vibes and good feelings, can we give a little shout out, please, to some local players? Again, yesterday, Dawson Mercer, although the New Jersey Devils lost to the Boston Bruins, 2 points.
Incredible, really. I watched the game and certainly followed Dawson in that game. And every power play situation, every special team situation, key face-offs, having the goaltender pulled. He was the one in the later in the game that was, taking the face-offs. Then we go across the continent there to Colorado.
Yes.
And we see Alex Newhook playing on special teams as well. He was on the power play when they scored a goal. He had his first regular season goal.
Yes,
he did have his first NHL playoff goal last year.
Yep.
But his parents were in the stands. Great to see as well. So
Yes.
they made the trip over there, and he was able to score just an incredible goal. These are guys that are having impacts not only on their team at the NHL level. Love to see it, playing with incredible confidence. Colorado, I seen in their timeline, has said that since the acquisition, since the transaction of bringing Alex back up, that their team is shifting in the right direction.
Yes.
They brought the right kind of energy. Obviously, Dawson has been incredible. I was in May Roberts on Friday night, myself coaching out there, and he has the big picture right on the arena now. It's great to see. Incredible energy. Calder for awesome Dawson.
Oh, well, hey, it all works out then for sure. So we're very proud of the players, and we're very proud of the Growlers. They get set for second period play. We throw it back now to Chris Ballard and Ben Murphy on Rogers TV.
Getting to come out here and bring the Growlers brand of professional hockey to our fans in Conception Bay South. So to all of you who stayed true with us these last couple of weeks as we figured out some details, folks, thank you all so much for your support, for coming out, for getting in your cars and driving. Lord knows I hate that. I hate driving anywhere. I know everything in town is only like 10 or 15 minutes away from anything still. I'm definitely a homebody, but thankfully you folks have not been, and you guys have been flocking out here from really all across the province. You've been showing up in droves for your support, and we thank you oh so much for all of it. 25 seconds to go until we get back underway here, Ben, and I think just more of the same. If anything, I would like to have this period be the one where the Growlers take over. No more shagging around, come out, take control, foot on the throat here, get 2 or 3, and then just enjoy the rest of our Sunday afternoon here. You don't want to give, Worcester has had an answer for almost everything this weekend. It's about time that we make them not have any answers.
Yeah, the Growlers are, I would imagine the message in the dressing room was, don't change a thing, keep doing what we're doing, and let's step on the throats of this Worcester Railers team. They looked a little slow in that first period, a little bit sluggish. We saw them get into a bit more of the rough stuff. I would imagine the Growlers are going to say, boys, that's right where we want them. Let's keep the pedal down. Let's do what we just did in the first.
4 aside for 9 more seconds. And they're trying to get the attention of Appleby to try to start the period. He's still not acknowledging the officials in any way. Head games, always head games for the goalies. And this second period is underway. Rolls down inside the Worcester zone. That's Malatesta getting control behind his cage, working it ahead for the speedy Hayhurst. In over the line on side. There's his shot. That one kicked away by Cormier. Second opportunity blocked, and it ends up out of play. 20 seconds gone here, 13-6. The shot still in favor of Newfoundland, who lead this one 1-0 after the first period. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, folks, wherever you're tuned in from. Let us know in the Mixler chat. We'll give you a little shout out. Face off to the right of Cormier. On the draw is Nathan Noel. Noel against Adams. They're going to restart.
It's like a little conversation between the linesman and Nathan Noel there.
Face off won this time by Worcester. Smotherman in the left wing corner. Sharp angle try right up into the mask of Cormier. And O'Brien able to reel it in. He'll leave it aside for Nathan Noel. Snap back behind the net. And O'Brien gets control again. Ahead for Noel. A little give and go back to O'Brien. O'Brien skates it ahead. Picks up speed as he gets by Rapace and sends it in deep. Off the end boards. Almost bounded out in front of the net. Swept away. Worcester trying to get it out. Jumping in off the line to keep it alive as McCourt knocked away from him, though. It's going to roll. And Zach O'Brien holds it in and leaves it into the right wing corner for Marcus Power. He's in a battle for it. Nice hit by Nathan Noel as McGurty skates it away for Worcester. That pass broken up, poke check free, chip to the line but held. Rapace, a blocker save made by Cormier, and he'll hang on. A few late hacks and whacks from Jordan LaValle Smotherman, former Atlanta Thrasher, if my memory remains sharp this afternoon. Smotherman used to play, well, Growler fans, the diehards may remember he was a member of the Manchester Monarchs a couple of seasons back when they were still a thing. And long prior to that, he used to go by Jordan LaValle Smotherman. And I remember I have a few of his cards, I'm almost positive of it, from his days as an Atlanta Thrasher. So I think my memory is serving me correctly here. Not every day that you get a former Atlanta Thrasher in your locker room or in your building here as the Growlers are down for icing. We approach the 2-minute mark of the second period.
Now we have that line of Chizowski, Centazzo, and Isaac Johnson. They have been a threat. High power offense, lots of speed. They're going to look to get their names on the score sheet this period.
To the right of Cormier, face off one back by Worcester. That's a couple of straight ones. Oh, and that one redirected with a high stick wide. Moved away, Centazzo, he's crunched along the boards, lost his helmet, he has to get off. Oh, and two Railers absolutely taking each other out of the play. Cross ice feed for McCourt, he dances by his man and finds Johnson open on the right wing. Cross ice, what a pass! Off the crossbar, Riley McCourt, and the net's knocked off its pegs. Oh, what a shot by McCourt. He could have had, he's been buzzing all weekend long. When he really hits his stride, he's going to be a really good hockey player.
He's such a threat on the blue line. The way he's able to walk the line, his skating, his hands. He reminds me of that Cale Makar style of play. Just such a shifty, smooth defenseman. And you never know when he's going to turn it on and be the first man in on the rush.
Face off to the left of Appleby. 18-19 to go here in the second. The Railers picking away at that shot deficit, but haven't been able to pick away at the score deficit. Still 1-0 Newfoundland. Cross ice and ahead. Fergelli joins the rush. Into the offensive zone. Poke checked off his stick. Picking it back up is Hayhurst, but he's bodied hard by Malindi. Taken back. Polson centering feed. There's Mark Johnstone in the mix, helping free it back up for Newfoundland. Garrett Johnston now played behind the net for Ty Pelton-Bice. Pelton-Bice ahead for Johnstone, weaves by, spins by a couple of guys, tried to find Pelton-Bice, and now it's turned over into the offensive zone. There's a shot stopped by Cormier. Loose into the corner. Gordy Green trying to free it up. He will. Loose, puck taken and sent across, and now Garrett Johnston swings back in his own zone. Got to give a shout out to someone who replied in the Mixler chat. Hockey fan Yo replied saying, watching from, and I apologize if I mispronounced this, Accra, Ghana. I would love to know how you found Newfoundland Growlers hockey, or if you're a Newfoundlander living abroad, but thanks for tuning in. Big hip check there by Kapchak, knocking his man Adams off stride as Pietroniro plays it ahead. Now to center, Marcus Power, one touch free to O'Brien, tried to sweep it across for Nathan Noel. Sorry, is that Noel or Kapchak? It's Kapchak barreling in. And now Adams carries back for Worcester. Adams into the slot. Oh, what a play, they score. One touch pass back across, and Smotherman buried it on the glove side. 1-1. This is what we're talking about, Ben. There's the answer that Worcester has been looking for, and they found it almost at every opportunity this weekend.
Yeah, they didn't waste any time, Chris. I mean, they poured on some shots on net early on here, but that was a beautiful goal. Cormier had no chance on that one. A nice tic-tac-toe play, and it's in the back of the net. Now it's the Growlers' turn to respond.
The Growlers, however, haven't always had an answer here this weekend. They will win this face-off, though. Bork through the middle. That's going to be intercepted, and in comes the Railers again on the right wing side. Coughlin. Bork lucky to get back in time. Centering feed all the way out. And a left toe save made there by Cormier. Stretched out. Out of play, 16:27 to go. Nolan Vesey with the assist. Adams picking up the secondary assist on Smotherman's second of the year at 3:10 of the second period.
Yeah, that one was a gift for Smotherman there. A nice, easy tap, and I'm sure he's happy to get that one and get some confidence underneath it.
Face off for Ty Pelton-Weiss just outside the Newfoundland blue line. Shots in the period, 5-0 for Worcester, one shy of matching their first period output, and we haven't even reached the 5-minute mark here. So a tale of two periods here as the Growlers get it to the line, and it's out. Up on the right wing side, a nice pass for Gordy Green. What a play to get by Malatesta. He'll center it. That's going to be broken up, and that pass too far ahead for Polson. Garrett Johnston recovers for Newfoundland. Behind the net, he'll park behind Cormier and emerge on the right-hand side of the cage. Starts dead through the middle. All the way to center. He'll snap it off the glass and in deep. 1-1 is the score. Jordan Smotherman, the former Thrasher, gets the goal as that's cleared away beyond the reach of Pietranero. He's back to pick it up. Trying to find an open man, and he will find Nathan Noel. Noel in on the left wing side. Pauses, dropped it back to O'Brien. Dancing in and behind the net is O'Brien. Absorbed it, check centered there. He score! Marcus Power! Now you see it, now you don't. Top corner. 2-1, Newfoundland's got the lead back.
What a release from Marcus Power in the slot there. Wasted no time picking that top right corner. Another boast of confidence for this made right here line.
Yeah, that came off his stick in a hurry and from in tight too. Power. What a finish by Marcus Power. That'll be his second goal of the year. They've both been absolutely gorgeous here this weekend. Kapchek gets it off the draw. Growlers got that one back in a hurry. Noel back for Kapchek. Brennan Kapchek. Oh, his pass too far for Pietranero. That's going to be icing against Newfoundland.
Just the answer we were looking for there, Chris. Great response from the Newfoundland Growlers. I believe Zach O'Brien's going to pick up another assist on that one.
Very likely.
I really like that play from Nathan Noel right there, though. It was easy to kind of rush that and either dump it into the corner or maybe even just turn and fire one on net. But the way he saw Zach O'Brien looping down below, great play.
To the right of Cormier we go. Noel on the draw for Newfoundland. Down to a knee. Rips it free for Kapchek. Marcus Power gets the go-ahead goal, his second. Oh, that's the entire made right here line connecting yet again. So that's already 2 points on the night for both Nathan Noel and Zach O'Brien. And a 2-1 lead for Newfoundland, 5-10 into this period. Up ahead, look at this rush. Here comes Kapchek down the left-hand side with speed. Oh, a nice little between the legs move, centered back for Nathan Noel. Noel under pressure by Smotherman in the left wing corner. Couple of goal scorers, Smotherman and Noel. Isaac Johnson trying to free it back up for Gelly, out muscles him. And he'll try to clear this home, but left the puck behind, and in comes Isaac Johnson. Gets by his man, it's a 2-on-1. Cross ice, oh, what a block in front. That was by McCarthy. That's a big man, and when he lays himself out in front of a puck, well, he's probably going to get a piece of it like he did just there. Out in front, what a pass that was. Skirving couldn't complete it on the backhand. Another try, whistled wide there. Love the instinct. Every time you see a rolling puck, get it on goal. Riley McCourt inside his own blue line. 14 minutes even remaining here. Cross ice speed is stolen. Trying to turn it back is VC. He's got Coughlin with him. Good active stick there by McCourt to get that one out of play. 13:50 remains here. One shot in the period for Newfoundland. Thankfully, it was Dursty. One goal for Marcus Power in the period has given the Growlers a 2-1 edge. The word Dursty, I don't use it very often.
There are things in this world we cannot explain. Mysteries above and below. Forces that pull us together and draw us in. to bear witness as the natural world goes quietly into the night, here in our own backyard.
That's not me. Although if you squint your eyes, it looks like it. And I think this is not me either. If that's not me, and this is not me, who am I? I know this is Buddy the Puffin, the legend.
We have had some great opportunities and some amazing interviews. We have never had Buddy on for a great interview.
No, he's a puffin of very few words. He really is. But he came in to let us know that Nathan Noel is really making a name for himself in this game.
You know, if you're a young hockey player, this is a great opportunity to really sit down in front of the television and watch the evolution of, I believe, what's going to be a great career here with Nathan Noel.
All right, back to Chris and Ben on Rogers TV.
Well, maybe second favorite to that Marcus Power tuck underneath the bar just moments ago. We're back underway. Garrett Johnson gets it ahead for Mark Johnstone. He's in a foot race, knocked away from him. He holds the line, worked it. Oh, a high hit there. And that sends Johnstone to the ice right in front of the referee again. Another non-call. Johnstone heading off. That was a hit to the head all day and all night. Now a rush back for Worcester. Into the slot, 2 tries. Oh, what a save by Cormier. Bailing out his fallen teammate. And Johnstone is in the hallway, halfway to the room. He can barely walk. So if that's not a penalty, I'll eat my hat.
That one looked to hurt, Chris, and not only was it a little up high, it appeared to be right on the numbers. Johnstone came face first into the glass there, just down from where we're standing. That looked uncomfortable. He went off in some pain for sure. We hope to see him back sooner rather than later because he's been having an excellent game so far. I find Johnstone is always in the right position, always makes the right play. Hopefully we'll see him back on the Growlers bench.
No justice for that hit that has sent him to the locker room. That's when I get upset, is when players get hurt on misses like that. Anyway, to the right of Cormier we go. Growlers hoping to avenge their teammate on the score sheet as that's lifted into the air, and that'll be an icing. I appreciate a good Hail Mary every now and then, but that one had a little extra juice on it, and the face-off to come back inside the Newfoundland zone.
Zach O'Brien appears to be having a little bit of a chat with the referee. I'm sure it has something to do with that Johnstone hit, but it's surprising, Chris, because we've seen penalties called for a lot less.
This weekend by this exact referee.
Yeah.
Callan on the draw there, loose into the Newfoundland zone. Great play by Nathan Noel to send Pietranero back the other way. Up for Noel again, left wing side. Sent in wide of the cage, rolls into the right wing corner, and O'Brien, oh, what a move. And now that shouldn't have been a penalty, but was called.
Think that may be a little bit of a makeup call?
Do you think? 2 minutes up on the board, nonetheless. Hooking was that call. As Charlie Spetz sits for 2 or less. 13:02 remains here in the second period. And boy, you'd love to see the Growlers get a 2-goal lead and a little bit of breathing room as we approach the second half of this game.
Yeah, Growlers just 14% on the power play so far this year, Chris. 6 goals for on 43 attempts, looking for number 7.
The good news is the Growlers have scored a power play goal in all but one game here in Conception Bay South. Maybe it's the good poutine here. What can I say? Great job by Power to hold the line. The Growlers have all kinds of numbers in the offensive zone. O'Brien, oh, what a play to spin that pass out in front for Nathan Noel. Jack O'Brien just knocked Ben Murphy to his backside. That was impressive.
Doesn't surprise me with this guy. Every single time he has the puck on his stick, he does something that makes you just say, wow.
That's what I mean. The creativity, the execution, it's all there. Like I said, when the levee breaks here and O'Brien breaks through with a goal, he's going to break through with a whole bunch of them, let me tell you. Face-off won by Newfoundland. Cap check for Pelton Bice. Top of the left wing circle. Back up top for Cap check. He'll have a look. Put it in toward the cage. That's blocked and cleared by Worcester. 12:40 to go here in the second period. Mark Johnstone thankfully back at least on the bench for Newfoundland. As the Growlers look to work it up ice. A nice feed from Pelton Bice. Dropped off for O'Brien. O'Brien now on the left wing side to Power. In onside, what a pass again. Into the slot, O'Brien. Oh, he missed that one. Off a stick and wide, work back up top, 1:15 to go in this man advantage. Cap check, high slot. Finds some room. Feathered it through, but it was wide and cleared by Worcester. Line change for both units here. Cap check, the last remaining from the first shift. Across for Chizowski, in over the line, left-hand side. He'll send it across the ice. Gordy, green-blue attire, and that's going to be cleared. Oren Centazzo knocked it out of midair. Now they got a man caught behind the play. Riley McCourt moves it up quickly, trying to take advantage. Beautiful feed from Chizowski back to McCourt. He'll leave it behind the net for Green. Swept into the right wing corner and pulled free by Isaac Johnson. Look at this puck movement. Up top, Centazzo across for McCourt. McCourt behind the back feed and across again. A wonderful puck possession here by Newfoundland. 25 seconds left on the power play. Centazzo across for Johnson. Isaac Johnson into the right wing corner. Gotta shoot the puck here. Johnson, his pass off the mark into the slot and cleared by Worcester again. 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Cormier moves it ahead quickly himself there, and that's going to be stolen. Now a 2-on-1 back for Worcester. Olsen trying to feed it across, and that did not connect, but Spetz is out of the box. We're back to 5 aside. The Growlers pinned in their own zone. Nice hit thrown by Pietranero. He's tripped up trying to get rid of that loose puck. Everybody banging away at it behind the net. Riley McCourt settles it on his backhand. Pauses just a moment and sends a pass across to Pietranero. 10:40 to go here in the second period. Pietranero through the middle for Johnstone. In for Gordy, Green centers. Oh, what a chance for Pietranero. Not sure he got all the wood he wanted on that one. Appleby able to stretch across and make yet another save.
Growlers' puck movement here on this Sunday has been nothing short of fantastic. The way they're able to slip it around in the offensive zone, tape-to-tape passes. Only thing on that power play was just a lack of shots. Otherwise, I mean, a lot of positives to take away there.
Pelton Bice out to take the face-off for Newfoundland, hoping to capitalize on that good-looking power play. The momentum, I mean, from that power play. Todd Skirving leaves it for Trent Bork. Bork delivers the shot through traffic, and the save was made and held by Appleby.
The Growlers' breakout is another thing so far today, Chris. I mean, it's been good all weekend, it's been good all season, but today it's been nearly perfect. I don't know if there's been an instance where the Growlers have really struggled to come out of their own zone.
Well, they got speed to burn, and they know how to wield it. 10:24 to go here in the second. Another face-off win in the offensive zone for Newfoundland. Bork got it into the slot. Pelton Bice, oh, he pinballed it toward the cage, looking for his first ECHL goal. Not on this play, as it somehow ended up underneath Appleby.
It's a lucky one for Appleby there off the skate of McCarthy. Looked like it might pop in, but I mean, it just goes to show how solid he's been all weekend. He's in the right position, not giving up any tough bounces or bad goals so far.
Johnston and Melindy on the back end. Pelton Bice, Skirving, and Johnstone up front. Face off to the right. One back to Garrett Johnston. Walks the line, fires, that one's blocked. It bounced right to Johnstone. Johnstone leaves it along the right wing boards, freed up toward the middle, but Skirving unable to reel it in. And Worcester, there's Cornell, possible 3-on-2, materialite way offside. Down the left wing was Hayhurst with 10:01 remaining. Now to circle back here, I'm just catching back up with the chat here on Mixlr, and Hockey Fan Yo is Mark Johnstone's brother and sister.
Okay.
They're the ones tuned in from Ghana. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Well, I'm happy to report he's back on the ice, and he's having himself a heck of a game, heck of a weekend here. And thank you so much again for joining us. Cornell off the draw for Worcester, sent in deep. Cormier had to reel that one back in. Plays it into the corner where Pietranero tried to get it back. Oh, another one that's in and out of the glove of Cormier. Lucky to make the save. Pietranero behind the net, had the puck stolen by Rapace. Bounding puck held in by Hayhurst at the line. His pass gonna be stolen by Marcus Power, and he could stick handle his way into a phone booth, and in come the Growlers. O'Brien tried to thread it through to Kapchek, who was jumping in. That one didn't connect, but look at Kapchek go for a skate. all the way back to the line. What a wonderful skater. Redirected into the air and over the net by Zach O'Brien. VC gets control. He's bodied hard by Nathan Noel. And it's cleared away by Worcester with 9:05 remaining. Knocked down at center. Newfoundland pulls it away. Isaac Johnson gets in over the line, tried to center it for Power. He didn't connect. Power fighting to get that puck back in that right wing corner. Chizowski's in there too. It comes to the line, hopped over the stick of McCourt. Almost blows a tire, but what a recovery by Riley McCourt. Sent in deep by Trent Bork, throwing out the paddle of the goal stick was Appleby to knock it to his defender. Didn't matter, the Growlers steal, turning and firing was Centazzo. That one didn't connect. Unable to hold the line is McCourt, so back into his own zone to get it is Garrett Johnston. 8:25 to go here in the second period. 18-14 the shots now for Newfoundland. They have a 2-1 lead. McCourt head fakes it across to Johnson ahead at center. That's going to be stolen. Moved in, onside, loose, puck, poked to the line. Smotherman able to keep it in, left wing boards. He's got Isaac Johnson and Riley McCourt keeping an eye, but he's still going to come away with that puck now to the opposite side boards. Centazzo, he's corkscrewed into the ice as the puck ends up back into neutral zone. Left wing side, Callan would have feed, and Smotherman, that puck rolled up on him, almost able to tuck that one home, and now it's a 2-on-1 back. It's Centazzo, and now Johnson. Isaac Johnson tried to curl it in, and that is going to be blocked away by Fergelli. And now all kinds of pushing and shoving as Callan had a bee in his bonnet there. Wasn't too happy with Isaac Johnson there behind the play. As James Melindy looks it up ice, his pass connects with Gordy Green, tried to thread it through to Mark Johnstone. That's blocked away. The creativity on the offensive side of the puck here for Newfoundland. Wow. It's an absolute clinic, let me tell you. Getting in behind the defense, there's Poulsen, side door, and Hayhurst doesn't miss too many of those opportunities. His eyes were bigger than his hands on that play. Here comes Gordy Green, chipped it by for Kelly. He's going to pick it up against Cornell on the left-hand side. Cornell steals it back and moves it quickly ahead as Worcester. They want this lead back before the end of the, or they want to tie the game again. There's a shot through traffic, guided into the corner safely by Cormier. Loose, Pietranero looking to find Johnstone, and he does. Johnstone slowly into the offensive zone. Nathan Noel gets control, centers it out in front, and another great block. That's flipped out of play, and you, sir, are going to the penalty box for delay of game, Anthony Rapace. 6:31 to go here in the second period, and the Growlers are going to get a big opportunity to get that 2-goal lead.
You could see the look on his face there, Chris. He knew right away. As soon as that puck went over the glass, he started to make his way right to the penalty box. Those ones are tough, those delay of game penalties, but the Growlers will take that power play. It looked really good last time around, struggled to get some shots through, but I would imagine they're going to look to do the same thing again. Lots of puck movement, try to get some more shots on net.
Power, O'Brien, Noel, Pelton Bice, and Brennan Kapchek on the ice. Face off one, and Pelton Bice gets it. For O'Brien, he'll walk the right wing boards with it. Patient, looking for the best option. Back for Pelton Bice it is. Back to O'Brien, now Pelton Bice at the point, across to O'Brien again. O'Brien, cross ice, one-timer, Kapchek, nice one, but stopped by Appleby. And another penalty coming up to Worcester here. Ross Olsen is going to the box for absolutely crushing Nathan Noel. And Nathan Noel, of course, pops up with the biggest smile on his face. I thought it was Olsen when they're taking Malatesta here.
Cross-check.
That's about right.
I thought it was Olsen going to the box as well there.
He was the one who was standing over Noel when he'd fallen down.
Big opportunity for the Newfoundland Growlers here, 5-on-3 for a minute and 37 seconds.
Well, we'll see that puck movement on display. We know that. They got to just move one into the open cage here.
And to get some traffic in front of Appleby is going to be really important.
Same unit on the ice for Newfoundland. Pelton Bice and Kapchek playing the blue line. The made right here line of O'Brien, Power, and Noel are your forwards, cleared away by Worcester. 90 seconds of 5-on-3 time with 6 minutes remaining, and here's Brennan Kapchek. Carries all the way in himself, offside.
Tried to drag the foot there, just quite not enough. Good effort from Pelton Weiss to say onside, though.
A minute and 23 seconds remain on the 5-on-3. Noel on the draw yet again. Played ahead, trying to leave it for Power. That's going to be cleared away. Well, that's the good news about Worcester. They waste no time clearing the zone, which also gives the Growlers that time back to draw up a play or make a rush, which is exactly what they're doing now. O'Brien over the line for Nathan Noel. Now back to Kapchek. Kapchek for Pelton Weiss. Kapchek again. There's that puck movement behind the net. Power finds O'Brien. Now Pelton Weiss in the high slot. Looks, fires wide off the end boards. O'Brien, not much he could do with that one. Bounced to the line, held by Kapchek. 45 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. O'Brien wheels his way loose into the high slot. Touch back across. Wanting to one-time that one there was Power. Gets it back. Power. O'Brien trying to thread it through the middle for Nathan Noel. Blocked, but recovered. 5 minutes to go here in the second period. O'Brien goes for a skate with the puck in the high slot. Lets it fly. Nice glove save made by Appleby. No rebound.
Another good-looking power play from the Growlers.
Not the same level of puck movement we saw in the last one, though. But, I mean, a 5-on-3 is most assuredly different.
Good patience with the puck, not trying to rush things too much or look for those, real pretty cross-crease passes. Trying to simplify things a little bit. Pucks at the net.
Under 5 minutes of play here in the second period. Chris Ballard and Ben Murphy on the call of this one from Conception Bay South Arena. The sixth and final game of this homestand. The Growlers looking to come away with a win here to close it out. Pelton Weiss across for Kapchek. They'll trade places. Left the puck behind. Penalty coming up to the Railers. One-timer stopped. Nathan Noel still dusting himself off there. Well, what a play by Pelton Weiss, but they will get control, and the Growlers are going to have another 5-on-3 here. And Nathan Noel right in the grill of the goaltender. That's what I love about Nate's game, honestly, is all he had to do was just stand in the wrong place with a smile on his face, and it's effective.
Chris, he's drawn 2 penalties alone in just the last 2 minutes.
And that's an impactful player. That is like, listen, we've seen a lot of iterations of different quote-unquote pest-style players come through the Growlers and through Newfoundland over the years. I think this is my favorite pest we've ever had.
Yeah, and he's doing some John from the bench right now, leaning over. I'm having a conversation with somebody over on the Worcester bench right now. The referee over giving some kind of explanation on that one. Doesn't look like they sent anybody to the box to serve, because I would imagine that penalty is going to Ken Appleby. There he comes, Fergelli.
John Fergelli, he'll head off. So it began with Rapace for delay of game, then Malatesta for cross-checking, and I am unsure as to exactly what that penalty is, but we got some hockey to call as Chizowski advanced it off the draw. Clearing attempt, booted free, and whoa, what a play to keep it alive. There's Centazzo. Back up top to McCourt. McCourt reels in a rolling puck and hands it in the left wing corner. Gordy Green. Up top, Centazzo fanned on the shot, and it's cleared away. Rapace on his feet, ready to jump out of the box. Here come the Growlers again. That's Isaac Johnson walking the right wing boards, hands it back to McCourt. McCourt for Centazzo and into the left wing corner. Gordy Green skates it again. High slot, man out of the box. Rapace cross ice. That's going to be touched up. Diving for it was McCourt. Still loose. Trying to wrap it around there. Side door cleared away by Worcester. Under 4 minutes now to play. Only one penalty showing on the board, so I can't tell you how long the 5-on-3 we got left here, and that's turned over and cleared by Worcester. Hasn't been the best looking lengthy 5-on-3 I've ever seen. O'Brien gets control. He's going to look to change that. Well, it's actually a 5-on-4 as we stand.
A little confused about what the last penalty call was there.
What a move by O'Brien, trying to find some room. Trying to center there for Power, knocked away, gets it back. 50 seconds left to go. It is a Ken Appleby penalty. Top of the circle and a cross again. Trying to get it for Kapchek. It's stolen. Now they got to hurry back. Callan ran out of ice and cleared it away. Out of his net goes Cormier, flipped the backhand free. The Growlers bring it up quickly. Cap check. Dropped it off, almost turned it over, didn't. Okay, recovered by O'Brien. 3 minutes to go in the period. O'Brien for Power. Power along the left wing boards, in for Cap check, blows a tire. Great pass, recovered there. O'Brien now, right wing boards, down low to Marcus Power, centered, Pelton Bice! Oh, what a save by Appleby. Nice pass.
Nice pass and a great save. Appleby dialed in again on that cross crease pass, made that one look pretty easy, and that was no easy save. Growlers power play still looking pretty good here. Lots of opportunity,
Oh,
Chris.
my goodness.
Appleby looking good again here.
Shots are now 24-15 in favor of Newfoundland. You hope they can bury one here and not give any opportunity for momentum to be built off of this kill, if that's what it indeed turns into here. 13 seconds left on the Fergelli served minor. Pietronero, left wing side, has a bit of room. Skirving's in front. In on goal, they score! 2:36 to go, a power play goal, an insurance goal. It's 3-1 Newfoundland, Ryan Chizowski.
Fourth of the year for Chizowski, and in the right place there. Great positioning, grabs that rebound, wastes no time, shoveling that one into the back of the net. That's a big goal for the Growlers in these last few minutes in the second.
That one takes a bit of a load off the shoulders. I thought there was a chance Skirving had gotten that one. We'll wait for the official tally, but it was Chizowski who led the charge back to the bench for the Growlers, connecting on the power play. It was interference by Appleby, by the way.
Okay.
Now the Growlers are going to get nabbed for icing with 2:21 remaining here in the second period. 25-15 of the shots. That's 12-9 in the period for Newfoundland.
Appleby really has been the difference so far here, Chris. But just speaking of Ryan Chizowski, coming into the game tied for fourth among rookies with 7 points. He now adds his fourth goal this season, 8 points on the year.
To the right of Cormier we go. Face off, loose off the draw. It is indeed Ryan Chizowski's fourth of the campaign. Matteo Pietronero. Trent Bork picked up the other assist. Taken away by the Railers. Rolling puck. That's going to be booted free into the offensive zone, giving chase. First man back is Pietronero. He's been dynamite this weekend. Not bad for a fella coming off an injury. He has been absolutely rock solid. 100 seconds remain here as the Growlers work their way back in. Stutter step for Gordy Green. Freed it up for Skirving behind the net. He inadvertently broke his man's stick down there as it's cleared away. Bounced right in front of the bench of the Railers, and look at Olsen. Challenging Malindi down there, comes away, and now Isaac Johnson.
Some choice words between Malindi and Olsen.
Oh, and he's asking Malindi to go. Malindi's, oh, they're going to do it. Here it is, the heavyweight tilt we've been waiting for. James Malindi and Ross Olsen. Malindi goes in, a heavy right, across is Olsen. Look at him go.
Oh my.
Malindi, oh, this is a big fight. Oh, Malindi drops him. Good night, Olsen.
That's a heavyweight tilt right there, Chris.
That's a KO, baby. Unbelievable. James Malindi absolutely rocked Olsen, sent him into next week.
James Malindi giving the crowd a show on Sunday afternoon yet again this weekend, Chris. That one felt like it was building for the last couple of nights.
I didn't think Mel was going to take the fight. The Growlers had the edge in the offensive zone. They were buzzing for another goal, and he decided, no, it's time I put you in your place, good sir.
And Chris, I just want to point out there that Nathan Knowles wasted no time chirping back and forth with Ken Appleby again. Fergelli getting in the mix there, and he's getting under the skin of that team.
The identity of this Growlers team continues to evolve and include kind of more elements to it. And this pestering, attitude that comes out of this Growlers, be it James Malindi doing it with his fists, Nathan Knoll doing it with his speed and, quite frankly, his mouth. It is an element that is tough to contend. What a fight. Growlers get control in neutral ice with 1 minute to go here in the second period. 25-15 of the shots. That is the period the Growlers were looking for. Not over yet though. Marcus Power, what a move. Gets into the offensive zone, tries to find a shooting lane. Unable to connect with that one. Loose behind the net. Power trying to track it down. Fergelli beats him to it. Rapace flings it back in his own zone, and now ahead, kicked off the skates of Callan. That's an icing against the Worcester Railers. 36.5 seconds remaining. I'm Chris Ballard. He's Ben Murphy. We thank you so much for joining us here on this Sunday afternoon.
Bit of a slow start to this period for the Growlers, Chris. Those first, and I'm talking opening 2-3 minutes, and they've been red hot just like the first period ever since.
Face off to the left of Ken Appleby. Noel, Power, O'Brien, Bork, and McCourt. Located by McCarthy and ahead for Callan, trying to get something going. Kept in by Nathan Noel on a great play, and here's Zach O'Brien, short side. Uses his body nicely, frees it up for Bork at the line. Bork finding some ice with 20 seconds left. His shot snared by Appleby. A nice clean look there, and Coughlin sharing a little extra something with, you guessed it, Nathan Noel.
I could watch Riley McCourt just skate.
Oh my God.
I would pay $5 for him to go general skating just so I could sit up here and just watch him skate around the ice.
He is a very talented skater, very gifted.
Oh.
And I love just his confidence.
The way he walks that blue line.
Oh man. Like a young Paul Coffey. That might be stretching it a bit, but oh no. Now we'll see how speedy he is, because he's got to hurry back. Look at the wheel. Oh, he scores. Nice recovery by Worcester. You got to give some credit there, but it's 3-2.
Nice release from Nolan Vesey on that one. Brother of Jimmy Vesey in the NHL, and showed some signs there. That was a nice shot there on that rush, especially with the pressure coming from the back end.
Bit of a backbreaker late in the second period. Only a 1-goal game now, heading into the intermission.
Can always be deflating to give one up in the last minute, but at least now in 11 seconds, there's time to go regroup and get back to their game.
Back at center ice, 10 seconds on the clock. Puck just now pulled away by Worcester. Back in their own zone, looking just to kill the final few seconds, so we're going to have an awful lot of fun here in the third period of this one. A 1-goal Growler lead. Shots are 26-16 in favor of the good guys, and what a period for the Growlers. In spite of that last goal, Ben, they took control in that period.
They really did, Chris. Again, we saw the Railers come out and get an early one. The Growlers came out just a little bit slow, and that was only really in comparison to just the red-hot first period that we did see. But they really did do a good job responding after giving up that first one. Obviously,
well, if the period had just lasted 19 minutes instead of 20, the Growlers would still have a 2-goal lead.
They would, and that's why they played at 20 minutes.
That's right.
They tell you never to quit. You had a face-off situation that didn't go our way, and they broke through and they capitalized on their opportunities. We'll see that in the highlight reel, but yeah, now we have a 3-2 game.
All right, Bill Hart, Steve Callahan here. It's the second intermission, and the Growlers up 3-2 after 2 periods of play. And let's get right to those highlights. The Railers, of course, the first getting on the score sheet in the second period, making it 1-1. No chance for Cormier on this one.
No, real key here, though. The two Newfoundland players, they capsized down on the forward that brought it in wide, opened up the slot there. It was a nice little pass, great little finish, little touch pass, back and forth, little give and go action, and that was a real nice play. But again, you could see the two of them collapse down on the puck carrier, and that opened up the little give and go play for the player back the other way.
Yeah, you give these Railers team an opportunity, they're going to bounce on it. They've proven time and time again that they are very, very skilled when they get their stick on that puck. Now, it didn't take long. A minute 12 after that goal was scored, the Growlers regained the 1-goal lead.
Yeah, and we see this here. This was just a beautiful play. Nathan, who's having a great game, gets in a little delay, gives it to his Magic Zach, who finds his superhero partner, Marcus Power. What a beautiful play. Again, the zone entry, the speed. When you have speed, you have options. And that's what Nathan has. He has speed. He brings it in, a little delay, gives it again to Zach with his hands, his patience. Marcus with the finish right there up underneath the bar.
Now, you wanted to take a look at a scoring chance in that second period here.
Yeah, for sure. And the guys, Dave brought this one to our attention. And again, this was a lot of the play here because it was a great block, a great keep in. You know, they backed up each other, and then we get the play. A little spin-a-rama there by Zach. Marcus with the shot there. You know, incredible chemistry by both of those. They really know where each other's due. You know, both day and night, almost 24 hours a day, they kind of know where each other's due. But we saw that with not only a little spin-a-rama, little block, little play to keep it in. Then we get the puck down low, a little magic between Zach and Marcus.
Then some penalty trouble for Worcester resulted in the Growlers going on the power play and scoring with the man advantage.
Again, the face-off, they've been winning most of the deals tonight. I'm sure they were talking about getting pucks to the net. Then there was this little drag play here, and everybody claps down. If we roll that one more time, you see that everybody on Worcester, all 4 white jerseys, watch them all looking at the puck carrier. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, all looking at the puck carrier. They leave the back door wide open for the little tap in. We will take those all night long.
Yes, we will. Now, unfortunately, you can't be perfect all the time, and this Railers goal was a cough up of the puck that you know the coach is really giving it to them after this.
Well, they win the face-off, and then you get a little complacent. It really starts off the draw over by the wing side. Nathan spins off on the draw, and you know, you think about wanting to pick the play there, the forward coming through on the angle, but again, off the face-off, he's thinking that we just won it, and absolutely you would, 99 out of 100 times. Great speed down the wing, little shot there, always nice when you bop up the water bottle, next to your little exclamation point. That's just it. There's that much talent on the ice that at any point in time there can be a goal scored. The fine line between the NHL and this league is that much.
Yes, it is. Well, the Growlers still hold on to a 3-2 lead after 2 periods of play. We are going to take a little break, and we'll be back as the second intermission continues on Rogers TV.
I finally realized I needed help. The people at James & Noseworthy really took care of me, and I'm glad I chose a local solution. I felt like they understood me better. Getting help with my debt has given me the energy, the headspace, and the time to make my dreams come true. A chance to start again with knowledge, support, and people in your corner. Are you looking for that kind of help? It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Money Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
I can't thank people enough for donating to the War Amps.
If I could, I'd give every single donor a big hug, because things that they've allowed these kids to do are amazing.
Gives them the opportunity to experience life as everyone else would.
They can do so much. They can play musical instruments, snowboarding, play hockey, kayak, swim. There's no doors being closed to them, and I find that amazing.
It's affected my family in a way that we may never be able to thank you.
Welcome back to the second intermission. Bill Hart here, and I'm now joined by CBS Mayor Darren Bent, and let me just get right to the point here. What a couple of weeks it's been here for your community.
Well, it's been an amazing couple of weeks, especially here at the CBS Arena, but you know, the buzz throughout the community has been fantastic. First of all, you know, a lot of people couldn't believe that we got the Growlers to come out here, you know, and we didn't waste any time when the opportunity arose. We felt it was the right thing to do, and we wanted to be able to see professional hockey right here at CBS. We had the arena, we had the staff, we had the expertise. Let's see if we can put it to work. And when it all came together, we couldn't have been happier to have them out here. And you know, the buzz throughout the community, everywhere I go, is I talk to people that have no intentions of coming to a hockey game going, that's great, the Growlers are out here, you know? So that's a great thing to hear in your community. And then to have 6 games, I mean, we've had shootouts, we've had you know, some barn burners, we've had some goals fests, you know, we've had a little bit of everything out here. A little tilt there a few minutes ago.
That's right. That's right. Now, you got to be honest. You know, let's be honest here. We're on live television. Do you have a little soft spot for the Worcester Railers with Matt Jenkins on the bench as the emergency backup, of course, playing for the CBS Blues?
Absolutely. Look, I mean, this is local, right? I mean, to to bring the team in here and to have that sort of an opportunity for a local guy on the local team to be able to get a chance to be in there, you know, and you never know what could happen, right? So it's fantastic. I mean, there's a lot of excitement from this. There's all kinds of things that make this, you know, a fantastic experience for the people here in Conception Bay South, for people like Jenkins, and you know, and everybody that even works here. You can see, even from the staff, they're happy to be here.
Yeah, well, everyone, smiling faces everywhere you look, and you know, it's always great to see, and it's always great to see support from a community outside of St. John's, because this is not a St. John's hockey club. This is a Newfoundland and Labrador hockey club. Now, with 6 games completed after tonight, and well, no one said anything, but you have to wonder, do you think maybe this will not be the last time the Newfoundland Growlers will be playing at the CBS Arena?
Well, you know, you never say never, right? But that's not the intention to continue going forward, of course, you know, and we've heard Glenn Stanford with the Growlers talk about that. You know, I've talked about this as a short-term arrangement, and we're going to say that at the end of today, that arrangement has come to an end. Well, actually, not true. We've got some fantastic news a couple days ago. The Growlers have actually booked time in our rink this week to practice before they go on the road. So they're not even leaving after today's game. They've decided that they like it here. They want to get some practice time in before they go out on the road, and you know, that's great too. But you know, look, anything is possible, you know, but I think at the end of the day, the Growlers, I think they want to be home, and you know, that would be great too, you know, and I think that would be fantastic for the fans. You know, it's been great to have as many fans as we could get in here, about 1,200, but you know, there are a lot of other people that are not coming out to the games that want to see the Growlers as well, and that opportunity. It's been a fantastic for the town of Conception Bay South. It's been fantastic, you know, for to have the team stay in the province, because they are the Newfoundland Growlers, and we were happy to be part of that. But you know, there is a time, I think, that maybe it's time to go home, if that's possible, and I think we all hope that that is possible. But you know, for the town of Conception Bay South, maybe this could be a regular thing every year. Maybe the Growlers can play a few games in CBS regardless of the scenario, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Before you go, though, we have to say the Growlers gave the community of CBS a very nice thank you gift at the beginning of the game. Want to comment on that?
Oh, yeah. So at the beginning of the game, they gave us a $15,000 check. Proceeds from 50-50 games held here in Conception Bay South, and we're going to divide that up to the groups involved. But what a fantastic thank you to the people here in Conception Bay South, to our groups, and it's just a wonderful thing, you know. Aside from like the benefits that have come from our community service groups that are our Rotary Club, our Lions Club, our Kiwanis Club, and others are working here, you know, and selling tickets on things. And you know, I look over here, we got St. John Ambulance are down. That's our local CBS St. John Ambulance, by the way.
Yeah.
And those guys love to get the volunteer hours in, you know, and it's good for their people as well. So there's all kinds of spin-off benefits from this this series of games out here, you know. But that was a nice check, I'll tell you.
I tell you what, yes it was. Well, Mr. Bent, I'll tell you, the arena is amazing, and on behalf of all the fans who have seen it for the very first time the past couple of weeks here, thank you so much, CBS, for allowing us to see the Newfoundland Growlers at home in our province.
It's been an extreme pleasure, and thank you to Rogers TV for bringing the games to everybody that wants to see them. You guys do a fantastic job, and I really appreciate you being here.
Our pleasure for sure. Mayor of CBS, Darren Bent. I'm Bill Hart, and we'll take a break here, and we'll be back as the second intermission continues right here on Rogers TV.
Debt. Interest payments were going up. Creditors were calling. Janes and Noseworthy came up with a plan. Knowing that the phone was going to stop ringing and that I was not in this alone was a huge relief. Bankruptcy or a consumer proposal or whatever help you get is not the end. It's just the beginning. A chance to start again with knowledge and support and people in your corner. Are you ready? Get out of debt. It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Money Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
Welcome to the traditional, ancestral, unceded territory of the Stalo people. The Stalo are people of the river. I'm so thankful for the courage and resiliency of our ancestors who lived on this land since time immemorial. Each of us have gifts from the Creator, and our Creator has a plan and purpose to be fulfilled in our territory. As we embrace our traditional teachings, we can lead the next generation into the fullness of what our Creator designed. Our shared history reveals a broken relationship, but as all Canadians commit to hear truth, acknowledge injustice, we can learn to walk in our traditional way, Letsamot, with a good heart and a good mind. Then all of our lives will be enriched. Kwasai.
Welcome back to the second intermission. It's Bill. I like that one. And it's Steve there. It's like, oh yeah, I got to be. It's like, oh, you got Steve in there too. And I've never felt so loved in my entire life. This is great. This is great. Feeling the love at the CBS Arena today, I'll tell you. Speaking of feeling the love, I want to show you a little video here of a buddy of mine named Ryan. Easter Seals does a thing where kids in our communities have a chance to try sledge hockey. And there's Ryan right there donning the super cool Toronto Maple Leaf jersey, I might add. And look, I've known Ryan for years, and Ryan is an absolutely amazing kid. Always a great smile on his face. And I know his parents, Jeff and Tracy. We all grew up in the same town. Go curling. But kudos to Easter Seals. They give kids in our communities a chance to do so many things, and sledge hockey is one of them. That was Ryan's first time trying out sledge hockey, and you saw the smile on his face. He absolutely loved it, and I had a chance to talk to Samantha and Megan over at Easter Seals, and here's what's going on. They do this every week at the Paradise Double Ice Complex, and while they do supply the basic gear for kids to try this out, they do not have the extra gear that they needed for these people to have a good go at it. So they do accept donations. We'll show you the address that you can go to if you would like to donate to the cause. That's it right there, eastersealsnl.ca/donate. It's just so heartwarming, you know, instead of just sitting in the stands and watching, you know, people like Ryan are participating, and you don't know who the next gold medal winning Paralympian is going to hit that ice for the very first time. So we thank you, Easter Seals. And Jeff and Tracy, we know you're proud of your boy, and let me just tell you on behalf of us, we're pretty darn proud of him too. So thank you very much, and please donate to the cast.
I've had an opportunity to work with Easter Seals for decades now.
Yeah.
And it's been very close to my heart. It's an incredible, organization, and for everything they do.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to take part in a charity game in the sleds.
Yeah.
It was quite possibly one of the toughest things I've ever done. It's an incredible athleticism to be able to play in those situations. It's just incredible. Difficult was not the word, and I had so much respect for what they do.
Yeah.
That's true passion for the game. That's true love of the game right there, and to be a part of that, to witness it, to play with them, it was a special event for me, and a special appreciation for the athleticism and the passion that they have.
Yeah, well, it's just good to see these athletes have a chance to have a little bit of fun on the ice. So once again, Easter Seals, thank you so much for doing everything that you do. All right, so we're just minutes away from the start of the third period. Growlers up 3-2. It's been an even game, some sloppy play. Let's be honest. Let's not sugarcoat this.
Yeah.
There has been some sloppy play on both sides of two very talented clubs so far.
Well, I think that's what you have when you get special teams involved and you have a certain level of penalties. You get a little bit complacent when you're on the power play for that amount of time. So then mistakes will happen. Of course, you can miss the net, you're going to have mistakes as well. I think Coach Cuniff is going to, he's going to say to his troops, hey, guys, we've been down, we've been killing penalties most of the game. We're outshot 26-16, yet we're down by 1 goal going into the third. I think you take those odds any day.
Yes,
so I think they're feeling up about this. Hey, we're game 3. It's 1-1 in the rubber match here. We've played behind most of this game. Let's win one period of hockey, and we've got an opportunity to win the game.
That's right. This is their last game at home before they embark on a road trip next week. And as Darren Bent, the mayor of CBS, just alluded to, they will be practicing here this week, but they would like to leave here after this homestand with a win. try to keep it as close to over 500 record as you possibly can.
Absolutely, and you know, they have had a great start to this season. They have really solidified themselves as an elite hockey team in this league. That's cool, and we'll enjoy that. They all want to have good habits now. You know, when you go on the road, you want to certainly start on the road with some good results, and they've had that since they've played these 6 games at home. Certainly, the 6th fan or the 6th man on the ice, 6th person, 6th skater on the ice has been the community of CBS. The fans of CBS sold out for its, you know, for what they could provide today. So certainly, they've been an incredible asset to the Growlers homestand this year.
It's not like he owes me any money and I keep bringing his name up or anything, but Nathan Noel has impressed the living daylights out of me. I mean, I love him with the Growlers. I mark my words, I would hate him on any other team. He's doing everything tonight.
He's a fan favorite here, but he's not for the other team. You know, he's been a little ball of hate, and we expect to see a little bit more from him in this period as well.
All right, let's get to that third period action. We throw it now to Chris Ballard and Ben Murphy on Rogers TV.
What can be considered the best start in team history. And it's the sky is the limit for this Growlers squad. But they got to batten down the hatches here for this third period. You can't give the puck away like we've seen a few times already. You need the smartest period of hockey that this team has played all year.
Simple hockey is what's going to win this hockey game for the Newfoundland Growlers. All we've really seen all weekend is very simplified hockey from the Worcester Railers team, and it's worked.
Yep.
You know, they're dumping pucks in, they're firing pucks on net from anywhere they can, trying to create traffic in front. And it has worked. They have played a good, solid game all weekend long. The Growlers kind of need to take a page out of that book a little bit here in the third, Chris.
They do.
We know how good they are. We know they're going to get scoring chances. They can work that cycle game down low, break down the defense. More of those scoring chances are going to come.
Looks like the Growlers have their line set here for the third period, and they're going to begin with the main right here line of Zach O'Brien, Marcus Power, and Nathan Noel, a trio of townies. On the back end is Brennan Kapchek, who I have to say I managed to check my Twitter notifications. My notifications only. I didn't want to ruin the race results. And I heard from a Katie Kapchek who said he's a big fan of his dog too, and sent me a beautiful picture of Cappy's dog. So thank you for that, Katie. I appreciate that. 20 minutes up on the board. Let's go. 1 period remaining, hopefully. And it's underway. The Growlers win the draw. Kapchek back to Pietranero. Back to Kapchek in his own zone. He'll start it ahead. Cross ice. Nice feed. Onside, trying to snap it in deep was Nathan Noel. He fanned on the opportunity, and the Worcester Railers counter back. Hayhurst. He's crushed in open ice by Nathan Noel. He's screaming at the top of his lungs is Hayhurst. Not a big fan. Oh, and here's Zach O'Brien all alone on a breakaway. Stopped by Appleby. Can't buy one, Zach O'Brien. And back the other way, Hayhurst. In over the line, dropped it off, a shot wide. Off the end boards. It's going to be gathered back in by McGurty. He blows the tire, but a nice recovery there to sweep the puck out of harm's way and prevent another breakaway. What a play. O'Brien doesn't miss too many of those. He's just snake-bitten on the goal-scoring side of things. Spets. Rebound, oh, so open and loose in front of Cormier, but taken away by Riley McCourt. Dancing by his man is Chizowski, finding Isaac Johnson on the right wing side. Johnson stops, slams on the brakes, rolls it in deep. Back for Chizowski. Now it's Oren Centazzo along the left wing boards. Played it behind the net for Chizowski. He's double-teamed down there, trying to work it back free of the Growlers. They'll turn it over, and away come the Railers again. Couple of quick passes, and it's Adams in over the line. Offside. Good call. 18:34 remains here in the third period. 26-16 are the shots, and Zach O'Brien. Hopefully we don't have recurring nightmares of that miss in about a half hour's time.
It almost looked like he fumbled on it just a little tiny bit at that last second and wasn't able to get the lift just up over Appleby's pad. But again, still a nice save from Appleby there to make the stretch across and get that pad down and hold it down.
Helton Bikes, Green, and Johnstone with Johnston and Pietranero. And it's going to be Garrett Johnston reeling this one in behind his net. He'll stay patient with the puck, moves it away. Pietranero up to center. That's touched in by Gordy Green. Cornell had a little trouble finding it in his paraphernalia. He will flip it ahead, but it's stolen. Here's Johnstone. His shot off a body and wide. Centering again, intended for Gordy Green. That's knocked away, but Pietranero reels it back in at center as we have 2 minutes already gone here in the period. That's going to be iced in. Hopped over his stick, so with 18:03 to go here in the third. The face-off will come back alongside Cormier inside the Newfoundland zone, and Corms has had himself a pretty nice night. Not a huge body of work here so far, but he's getting the job done, man.
He's been tested from time to time, and when he has been tested, he has looked good. He's looked really comfortable in net, sound back there, and he hasn't been fighting the puck off at all. He seems like when they're coming at him, he's able to get control pretty quickly.
To the right of Cormier, puck still loose underneath the face-off combatants. Gordy Green rolled away from him as well. Malatesta got it down low. Off a stick, though. Garrett Johnston may be able to recover. He is crushed with another high hit. Back comes Pietranero. There's Johnstone working around Malatesta. Lost control of the puck along the right wing boards. Gordy Green jumps in to help snap it down low. Growlers begin a line change as the Railers at center ice. Nathan Noel trying to throw a little butt check, we'll call it. He threw his backside into a fella there in neutral ice. Freed up for Kapchek. Back, and Trent Bork weaving his way through neutral ice. He'll snap this one in. Appleby out of his net. Stops the puck in his tracks. Almost gave it right to Marcus Power. Freed up by O'Brien. Power trying to get it back again. And it's settled by the Railers behind their own goal. 3 minutes gone here in the third. Still 3-2 Newfoundland. Trying to finish off the rubber match of this 3-game series on a high note here, but away come the Railers. In over the line, Josevic, stop, rebound. That's going to be stopped as well by Cormier. There's McCourt, played behind the net for Kapchek. Right back to McCourt as he looks up ice and finds Nathan Noel off his stick and in deep. He'll give chase against McCarthy. Ties up McCarthy in the corner, now has to contend with Fergelli. Rips it free for Marcus Power. Power flipped up top for Johnston. Garrett Johnston, his shot off a stick and wide. Into that left wing corner, Skirving. He'll pick it up. Skirving on the backhand. Up top for Johnston, worked it back down low. Nathan Noel able to get it. He's going to try to pin it against the end boards against Fergelli. He rips Fergelli to the ice. That's a penalty on Nathan Noel. And we talked about it, Ben. That's the first power play of the evening now for Worcester.
Took not even 4 minutes, Chris.
Yeah. I've watched a lot of hockey, Ben.
We were talking about the Growlers power play early on, Chris, at just 14% so far on the season. Well, the Worcester power play, 13.8% in 24th place, right behind the Growlers. They've scored 4 goals on 29 chances so far on the year.
Olsen and Malindi continue to jar between I think they're both soon going to be released from their penalty box here the next couple of minutes, and I think that they were, I want to say Olsen may have been even baiting Malindi into going again. Rapace, face-off. Oh, that's going to be stolen by Johnstone. I can't believe that was not a penalty. Chizowski shorthanded into the offensive zone. Has there been a trip call today?
No, and crowd didn't like that one, Chris.
They're not alone. Covered up by Appleby. 15:54 remains here. 21 seconds have ticked off the Nathan Noel minor. Face off to stay inside the offensive zone here for Newfoundland. Olsen and Malindi have been released from captivity down there. And listen to the ovation for James Malindi.
We've been talking about the power play stats here for these two teams, Chris, but the Growlers come in to this game. Their penalty kill, first in the league.
To the right of Appleby we go. Pelton Weiss on this face-off. Had his stick lifted. It comes back and Fergelli settles it. 25 seconds now gone on this man advantage. Fergelli looks ahead. With some speed. Wind in his locks as he hands it back. Adams in over the line, chipped it free. Adams picks up his own puck. He's hit hard by Pietranero. Back up top for Olsen. He'll leave it along the left-hand side. Rapace. Rapace opens up, has a look. Great defensive effort by Kapchek, getting his stick on the lane to help that one out of play.
Little fun stat about the Growlers' penalty kill as well. They've given up 5 goals while on the penalty kill so far this season, they've also scored 5 shorthanded goals.
That's maybe the best stat to sum up the first 10 games of this season for Newfoundland. That's unbelievable.
Unheard of.
To the right of Cormier comes the draw. Bodies all over the place. The linesman absolutely ate it in the middle of that scrum. And here, an opportunity. Oh, and a nice glove save there by Cormier.
Good eye.
No rebound. Under a minute remains on the Nathan Noel minor penalty. Chizowski, Johnstone, Bork, and Melindy are on the ice. Hayhurst to take the draw against Chizowski. One back cleanly by the Railers. Spinning with it is Josevic down into the left wing corner. Keeping an eye, darn near everybody on the ice there for Newfoundland. Comes up back up top. Cornell holds it in. There's Hayhurst with it. Bobbled the puck into the high slot. Swept back down low by Vesey for Hayhurst. Hayhurst back up top for Cornell. Walks the line back to Hayhurst. Cornell winds, fires, stopped in front. Not sure if it was blocked or Cormier made the save. Everyone lunging away. Oh, and there's a man down along the boards. Vesey lost his helmet. He has to get off. Chipped free by Chizowski into neutral ice. 20 seconds to go as the puck rolls all the way down into the Worcester zone. Mike Cornell a little patient in his own zone with Gordy Green keeping him honest there. Up ahead for Malatesta joining the rush. Rapace on the right-hand side, dropped it off. Smotherman missed it wide. You can hear his scream from here as Nathan Noel exits the penalty box. We're back to 5 aside. A giant penalty kill here for your Growlers. Off the glass and out to center, pulled in by Kapchek. He'll skate back into his own zone with it. Kapchek settles it. Takes a breather. Brendan Kapchek. That allows some mates to find some room out there, and now a pass intended for Gordy Green is off the mark. That's an icing against Newfoundland. But Ben, already you blink and you miss it. 13:49 is all that's left here in the third period. That was a textbook penalty kill.
Yeah, and it just goes to show, Chris, we've seen such a good, strong penalty kill from this team so far this season. I mean, like I was just saying, first place in the league right now. They've given up 5 goals in what is now 48 attempts, over 90%. Aggressive too, and their speed really helps with that.
Love it. Face off one back by Worcester. Left hand side, Olsen through traffic out the other side. Malatesta holds the line. Kapchek unable to glove it down. The Railers get it. Pietranero has his man pinned along the end boards. Big scrum pulled away by Kapchek. He'll flip it into the air. Centazzo, he's going to skate after it. He's not going to beat Appleby to the puck, but Appleby almost misplayed it. Loose behind the net. It's going to be taken by Worcester. On his forehand, moving it ahead there. Oh, and it's stolen. Centered try. Nice effort by Green. Centazzo in the left wing corner. They score! What a pass by Centazzo, and what a finish by Isaac Johnson for 2 Growlers.
I think Gordy Green's going to pick up the secondary assist on that one, Chris, and he sure deserves it. What an effort on that forecheck to keep the puck in there just inside the blue line. Gets it down low to Centazzo, and what a quick pass out front. No mistake. What a goal.
Isaac Johnson, what a finish. In the right place at the right time for his 4th of the season.
One heck of an effort out of Gordy Green there. He really set that one up for that play to all come to life. That's a big goal with 13 minutes.
Oh, yeah, you got that right. What a finish there by John. That pass from Centazzo, that had some juice on it, too.
Great.
Geez, if he misses that in front, there's a chance that turns into an odd man rush the other way.
Great point, because that was a laser of a pass, but a great tap in there
right
from Johnson.
On the tape of Isaac Johnson, number 20, and he made no mistake. Icing.
Jacob Hayhurst doesn't appear to be too happy with that icing call.
Okay, well, they got the assist wrong in the house. They gave it to Riley McCourt, but that was undoubtedly Oren Centazzo. Riley McCourt's got a decent head of hair, too, but he ain't Oren Centazzo. Face off to the right of the goaltender, Appleby. He's been Tested a little bit here tonight, no doubt about that. And the Growlers have beaten them for 4 goals through 2.5 periods here. Cap check in his own zone. Noel rolls it across for Pietronero. Skates it towards center, hits the line and dumps it in. There to collect it in the right wing corner is Marcus Power. Rolled off his stick, trying to get it back. Hayhurst works it free, just to center though. Kapchek takes a pass back from Pietronero. Back pedals in his own zone. I think the onus is on Worcester to try to force the Growlers into something here, or else the boys are just going to play catch in their own zone.
Yeah, not a whole lot of aggression for 5-on-5.
Nope. Only Drew Callan, and he's maybe not their swiftest skater either. Kapchek. I love this defensive play here. Teasing with the Railers. Here is Nathan Noel. Plays it back in his own zone. What a shift. What a pass for O'Brien, too. Poke checked off the end of his stick. He'll hurry back. Right-hand side, Adams gets in over the line. Trying to body him is Garrett Johnston. He missed. Centering feed. Oh, what a save. They score on the rebound. Garrett Johnston missed his check along the boards, and the man was able to get the puck across in front. And it's a 4-3 game with just under 12 minutes to go.
A great initial save from Evan Cormier there to get across, to get his pad out for that one, but I believe it was Smotherman able to stick with that one and tap in the rebound.
Second of the game for Jordan Smotherman.
A welcome addition to this lineup after last night.
Yeah, he had the night off last night after playing on Friday and has been the most impactful Railer here this afternoon. Go figure. Melindy in his own zone ahead for Johnstone. Well, everything we said, I suppose, about Worcester being passive, I suppose doesn't really matter a whole lot now. They were able to connect. And we have a whistle. Oh, there's a man down. It's Pelton Bice. Here comes the trainer.
I didn't see what happened there, Chris.
Me neither. I just heard the whistle and saw Neil Davidson bolting across the ice. Pelton Bice down to a knee here.
He was pretty quick to get up to that knee, which I guess is a good sign, but still just chatting with the trainer there right now.
He appears to be okay. Shaking his head, though, is Pelton Bice. Being watched closely by the trainer for the Growlers, and 11:37 to go. Apparently still lots of action left here.
This one is far from over.
Living here isn't all fun and games. Sometimes you have to go to work.
All right. I love those dinosaurs. Jurassic Park in the house at the CBS Arena. All right, so we're seeing some, again, we used the words sloppy play earlier. The Railers just made it a 1-goal game again.
They did, and we saw a little bit more puck watching where guys are just focused on the puck. They're not seeing the play develop, and it's always the late guy. It's always the guy coming in late that taps it in. You know, we're seeing some real physical play here too as well. And myself and you just discussed, especially from our vantage point where we're right down by the ice level, just how tough and physically strong those guys are.
All right, we're going to take a look at that hit that just happened a few moments ago if we have time. That's him down, and that's the PSA. Okay, we'll save that for the after the third period of play, but thanks to the guys at the truck for tracking that down. We're going to throw it back to Chris and Ben with the call on Rogers TV.
Clean face-off win for Skirving across to McCord at center. He'll put it into the catching glove of Appleby and may have had some trouble trying to get that one out of the webbing, forced to hang on.
Todd Skirving having another great game for the Growlers this afternoon. He is in as the 10th forward this afternoon, but lots of ice time, really making an impact. And again, I've said it all weekend, but his forecheck has been stellar. And great in the faceoff circle.
That's right, he's back there now in the offensive zone this time. 11:31 to go. Unable to win this one, Todd Skirving. Gordy Green gave chase in the corner, and it's going to be Josevic carrying it away for Worcester. Over the line, McCourt stays with him. Puck loose behind the net. Into the air, glove down by Bork. He'll absorb a check down there, but turns it over. There's an open man in front. Nice block there. Comes all the way back up top. Cornell sends it across for Spetz. Look at the traffic there. What a save by Cormier through that traffic. Left wing corner, Bork can't get it out. There's a high riser by Polson. That one over the net. Cornell tried to center that one. Knocked down beautifully by Gordy Green. He'll skate it free. Gets by his man too. In over the line with Mark Johnstone. Johnstone fires a huge blocker save there. That was a heavy shot for Mark Johnstone. Melindy at the line. Sends it in on goal, redirected wide by Johnstone. Chizowski there to pick it up. Skates toward the blue line. Melindy gets it. Back to Chizowski in the right wing corner. Trying to dance around his man. Lost control of it, but Melindy jumps in off the line, trying to keep it in the offensive end. Rolls to the line and chipped out by Polson. Turning it back quickly. Centazzo fell off the end of his stick. Hayhurst gets it. He'll lift it into the air. And into the right wing corner, Garrett Johnston almost skated right over top of that puck. Centazzo, cross ice for Garrett Johnston. Put it off of Drew Callan, right back to him, thankfully, as Melindy rings it off the boards for Isaac Johnson. He's got the go-ahead goal as it stands right now. Centazzo, rolling puck, forced to get rid of it. Knocked down at center. And played back for Brennan Kapchek. 9:40 to go here. There's a partial turnover. Luckily the Growlers get it back, but it's stolen back again. 2-3 times stolen. The Growlers get it. It's a 3-on-1 if they hurry. Cross ice into the slot. Nathan Noel. McGurty gets it in the corner. McGurty got the wrong end of that shoulder check from Nathan Noel. But the Railers get it. Rapace to center. Off of Marcus Power and back for Malatesta inside the Worcester zone. Cross ice for Rapace. He'll hit center. Skates it in over the line himself. Rolls it in. Kapchek gives chase. Rapace gets to the puck first. Bodied by Pietranero. Taken behind the net. Rapace. Pietranero throws a check. Thrown in on goal from a sharp angle. That's turned away. And Pietranero into the air. Now chasing it down is Marcus Power. Fergelli's going to get to this puck first. He'll keep it away from Marcus Power as he looks to work it up ice. 8:45 to go here in the third period. 30-22 are the shots for Newfoundland. It's a 4-3 Growler lead, and that's Pelton Bice back, his first shift since whatever happened. He appeared injured for a little bit, and he's going to go for a skate. Centering feed off a body. Johnstone picks it back up. Sends it toward the front of the cage off the stick of Marcus Power, and back come the Railers. Hitting center is Olsen. In on goal, guided away into the corner off the blocker of Cormier. Bork, he's battling hard down there. Puck comes away for Johnstone. Looking to get it out, he will, just to center ice. 8:05 to go here in the third period. Worcester buzzing, looking for that equalizer in over the line. Everyone searching for that loose puck. It's tucked wide by Polson. Lifted into the air and out to center ice. Polson has to wait for Hayhurst to tag up to avoid going offside. Puck rolls toward the line. Nice stick by Pelton Bice to help it into the opposition zone. Skirving on the forecheck as the Railers try to counter out of their own zone. Malatesta ahead. That's off a stick, almost out of play. Behind the net, Garrett Johnston trying to keep it pinned back there. He's knocked off the puck. Callan, Adams, Garrett Johnston still in there. Puck still being battled for all the way out in front and taken by Newfoundland, and Gordy Green starts it out with speed and a penalty on the play. Smotherman got nabbed for some extra stuff behind the action, much to the delight of the crowd here in Conception Bay South. I think James Melindy may have forced him into that, Ben.
Yeah, great effort there from James Melindy. Again, like we were saying last night, to keep your feet moving when you start to get caught up with somebody like that. James keeps his feet moving in that situation. The ref is forced to call a penalty because Smotherman just simply did not let him go.
7:10 remains here in the third period. The Growlers up by a goal. Would love that insurance marker. They had one earlier. But then the Railers, who've had an answer, like we said, to darn near everything, hoping the time will run out here on them, but a power play goal here would sure go a long way. Face off, puck is loose. Settled by Newfoundland. O'Brien's got it. O'Brien into the slot. Nathan Noel lost it in his skates, and now a 2-on-2 rush back. Vesey rolls it into the corner. Pelton Bice back to get it. He'll be hit hard along them boards. And now the Growlers get called for one. .6:42 remaining, and they're going to call Ty Pelton Bice for this one, roughing. Well, hey, 4-a-side it is. Face off to the right of Cormier inside the Newfoundland zone. Power, O'Brien, McCourt, and Pietranero. That's who's on the ice. Adams, Malatesta, McGurty, and Callan for Worcester.
The Growlers certainly don't mind playing a bit of 4-on-4.
Nah, they're fine with it.
Definitely favors their style, their game, especially with the skill and speed they have on the ice right now.
O'Brien will take the face-off against Adams. Clean face-off win for O'Brien. Pietranero, patient in his own zone. Waits for a few pieces to fall into place. Starts to advance it ahead. Finds Marcus Power. Power through neutral ice, and McCourt carries it ahead. In comes O'Brien. Right-hand side, tried a shot off a leg, follows up. Puck left behind the net, and away come the Railers. Out of their own zone, Adams. He's being watched. The Growlers steal it from him. Left there, side door, back up into the high slot. O'Brien, one-timer, stopped. Nice shot by McCourt off the O'Brien pass. That unit heads off for a line change. Brennan Kapchek keeps an eye. Nathan Noel now creeping ahead. 6:05 to go here in the third period. 55 seconds of 4-on-4 remaining. Here comes Worcester. At center, McGurty dropped it off. Over the line, that's Polson. Shifty skater. That feed hopped over a stick, and now Nathan Noel turns it back the other way. He's got Bork with him. Nathan Noel slams on the brakes. Kills some valuable seconds off of this clock with under 6 minutes left in the third period. Nathan Noel. Snap behind the net. That'll be corralled by Kapchek. Spins it out in front. That one's intercepted. 2-on-2 rush. Cornell over the line. They'll have to wait. Everyone's tagged up, and in comes Spetz on the left wing side. Bork stays with him. Bork steals the puck, spins away from his man, and sends it to the line and out. 7 seconds to go until Smotherman's back out onto the ice. Then a very brief 18-second power play. Here's Cornell. Smotherman's out of the box. The power play has begun for Worcester. Stolen by Skirving. You can clear it, Skirves. He'll move it ahead instead for Gordy Green. In over the line, not deep. Smotherman, 5 seconds to go in the Pelton Bice minor. In on goal and stopped by Appleby on a great play by Skirving. 1 second left on the Pelton Bice minor with under 5 minutes to go, Ben.
What a back and forth period, Chris. This has just been exactly what I can imagine fans would be asking for a third period to close out this homestand. What a game of hockey.
Shots are 32-22 in favor of Newfoundland. They have the edge in a lot of categories, and here comes Pelton Bice, a very short penalty kill for Newfoundland, but hey, they all count the same. John Fergelli keeps away from his man. Under 5 minutes to go here. There's Rapace for Fergelli. Fergelli up ice at center. Josevic got that one in deep. Melendi's the first one back for it. Trying to move it ahead quickly, and he will for Isaac Johnson. Now it's Oren Centazzo off a quick feed. Oh, and a big hit there. Centazzo is spilled to the ice. Pops right back up. Lost his helmet, though. He'll have to head off for a change. Isaac Johnson getting into it with Rapace. What a save. 2 tries underneath Cormier. He's got it. He'll hang on.
Whew, that was a close call.
What a hit on Centazzo. His bucket went flying. 4:13 remaining here.
Isaac Johnson was pretty quick to head over to have some words with Fergelli after that one, but what a hip check.
Oh yeah, clean check.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Ben. We are just receiving word that after that hit, Santozo's hair is okay.
There's some great locks out there on the ice.
Man,
I am incredibly envious of some of those locks out there.
Bill Hart and Steve Callahan here.
We're just going to see this hit here. Wow.
Oh, man.
In the old Rock'em Sock'em days, that would have been on cassette number 6. But again, we saw the both flow. That was the battle of the flow just then, right there.
The hair even looked good in slow motion. I mean, really, I think we're both jealous men. You know, one has no hair, one has a receding hairline. The days of flowing locks. Here we are. It's 4-3, and it's still anybody's game.
Been a great series, an incredible finish coming up here right now. You know, we have seen just a high elite level of skill. It mixed up with some incredible passion here. We've had some intensity. We've had just about everything we could ask for, and it's going to be a great finish towards the end.
And don't forget those flash jerseys that the Newfoundland Growlers are wearing. They'll be up for auction after this game is over, so just visit the Newfoundland Growlers website to find out more about that. All right, we're going to turn it back now to Chris Ballard and Ben Murphy on Rogers TV.
Pulling the goalie early.
And it's always an interesting tactic, and you see it different with every coach when they like to pull the goalie. It's a tough decision.
Face off to the right of Evan Cormier. He's got 21 saves tonight. Down to his knees to try to win that draw was Nathan Noel. They're going to re-begin. Face off. One back by Worcester, loose. McGurty able to roll it back down low. Coughlin gives chase. He's got Nathan Noel draped all over him. Tried to center, loose in a sea of bodies there. Another effort there, rolls to the line, off a block and out. McGurty into neutral ice. Forechecking is Marcus Power, keeping an eye. That's going to be touched in deep by Coughlin. We're keeping an eye on Ken Appleby for you as that's lifted away by Newfoundland. Marcus Power chasing it down in the offensive zone. Nathan Noel's there too. Puck's going to get away from Malatesta. He's bumped by Nathan Noel. Zach O'Brien trying to track down a loose puck. Nice flick there. Callan gets in. He's all alone. Bad save, Cormier. What a save, his biggest of the night. Big scrum in the corner inside the Newfoundland zone. 3.5 minutes remaining. Good strong stick there by Nathan Noel to clear the zone. No icing. What a play. Mike Cornell. Line change for Newfoundland. John Stone keeps an eye on Cornell as he sends it in deep. Smotherman centers that one. It ends up back at the line. Cornell can't get to it. The linesman tried to call that an icing on Newfoundland. They weren't the ones who did it. John Stone on his knees being watched real closely down there. Under 3 minutes remaining here in the third period. The Growlers clinging to a 1-goal lead. Guided away by Cormier, but the rebound picked up by Smotherman. Swoops in. He lost an edge down there. Still loose and taken by O'Brien. He'll clear the zone. Beyond the outstretched reach of Fergelli, no icing. 2:30 remains. Fergelli parks behind his cage. Fergelli for McCarthy. Off the stick of Polson. They're going to say no. That's an icing against the Worcester Railers with 2:19 remaining. I don't know much, Ben, but I know the goalie's going to stay put at least for this face-off.
Yep, it looks like they're going to stretch it out as long as they possibly can. I guess the coach feels confident that they got a good chance to tie this game up with what they're doing. The Growlers, though, defensively have been pretty rock solid tonight. With the exception of a couple turnovers, they've been pretty good in their own end.
Big face-off here for Nathan Noel. Taken back instead by Worcester. Oh, my goodness. Fergelli blaming his stick for him inadvertently almost scoring on his own goaltender. He'll keep it as the face-off will stay inside the offensive zone. The Growlers get a bit of a do-over. A mulligan, which is something to which I am very familiar with on the golf course. Nathan Noel, Zach O'Brien, and Marcus Power with Brennan Kapchek and Trent Bork. 2:16 remaining in a 1-goal Growler lead. Lego. Pulled away by Worcester. Smotherman. Cross ice feed. Too far for Olsen. He's bodied by Nathan Noel. Olsen punched him in the back. Flip to the line. Even the long outreach stick of Olsen. Now he's going to punch Nathan Noel right in front of the Growler bench. Absolutely dummied him there, and now creeping to his bench. And on the bench is Ken Appleby. Freeing it up is Chazowski. He'll clear the zone to center. Glove down by Adams. 1:45 remaining. Rapace left the puck behind. Olsen is forced to spin it down low. Kapchek gets to it. He's going to try to skate away. Kapchek has it pinned, but Smotherman, the veteran, he has a huge battle along the boards. 6-on-5 for the last 90 seconds. Worcester pulls it away and settles it. Right wing corner. Up top for Cornell. Receives the pass on the backhand. Flip there for Adams down low. They got a man open. It comes to Smotherman. Oh, and he fired it wide. 1:10 remains here. All kinds of pressure from Worcester. Cornell for Smotherman. Fakes it across. Great stick by Skirving to get just a piece to work it out of play.
Great play from Todd Skirving there. Ooh, pressure.
61 seconds remains here in the third period. Thanks so much again, folks, for joining us all weekend long, all homestand long, while we've figured ourselves out in CBS here. And before we get to the end of this game, I just want to thank, again, everyone with the town of Conception Bay South, all of the fans who traveled out here as the teams take a timeout, all the fans who've tuned in who couldn't make it to the games out here in Conception Bay. We really are so thankful for your support at this time. Thank you so much. Keep your eyes peeled at the Growlers social media channels as the boys head out onto the road after this one for 5 games, starting with the first 2 games of the season against the second place team in the division, the affiliates of the Philadelphia Flyers, the Reading Royals. Friday and Saturday night of next weekend, I believe, but we'll get you the specifics. We still have 1 minute, 1 second to go here.
Chris, you can certainly feel and sense the bad blood brewing between these two teams, and obviously the Railers are a team, this Growlers team will see quite a lot over the course of this season. Their first 3 meetings of the season now. They'll still play one more time this month, and I got a feeling you might see more of this as the season
in Worcester on this upcoming road trip for a game at the DCU Center. Face off to the left of Cormier. 1:01 to go. The net is empty for Worcester. Nathan Noel with the biggest face-off probably of his Growlers career. It's early. Huge face-off here for Nathan Noel against Adams. They're both tied up. It's loose. A shot. It's still loose underneath Cormier. Smotherman couldn't find the handle. O'Brien. He'll try. Oh my goodness, he hits the goalpost. That's how the season has gone for Zach O'Brien so far. Nathan Noel dumped. Zach O'Brien might get a chance to steal. Nathan Noel scores! Nathan Noel gets the last laugh. 5-3 Growlers.
If that's not pouring a little bit of salt in the wound, Chris, I don't know what is.
Ross Olsen on the ice. You could tell how frustrated he is.
Chris, we could rewind the clock and go all the way back to that play by James Melindy to keep the puck out of the Growlers' net. Zach O'Brien takes the shot, hits the post from the full length of the ice, but then another great effort from Zach once he saw that they still had that opportunity to get the puck over to Nathan Noel, who wastes no time burying it.
Back to center ice we go. Appleby's back between the pipes. Face off one. Fergelli gets it off the draw across to Polson. That's partially blocked. The Growlers might get an odd man rush here. There's Skirving. Lets it fly, rebound. That's blocked away, but Garrett Johnston gets it at the line across to Trent Bork. Bork down low for Johnstone. Johnstone rolls it into the corner. Battling is Chazowski. Only 15 seconds to go. Coughlin moves it ahead. 10 seconds to go in the third period. Thank you, CBS, for helping your Newfoundland Growlers to their best start in team history through 10 games. The boys are 8-2 heading out onto the road trip with a 5-3 win this afternoon against the Worcester Railers. What a finish, what an exciting weekend of hockey here at Conception Bay South Arena.
That's a complete team win right there, Chris. From top to bottom in the lineup, a great effort from all the Newfoundland Growlers to pull that one off. That really was a team effort.
You can tell the guys are pretty exhausted. It's hard to close out a weekend series like that, but what a game they turned in this afternoon. Way to go, fellas.
I'll say it again, I love these Flash jerseys.
Me too.
They really have grown on me all throughout this game. Big fan.
Get your bids in, folks. Get the ECHL Auctions app, or check out auctions.echl.com. I believe that's the link. If it's not, I apologize.
Looking forward to more meetings between these two teams, Chris.
Me too. They're way better than most iterations of this team I've ever seen. They entered the league the year before the Growlers did in 17-18, made the playoffs in their first year, but ever since have kind of taken a half step back. Here comes the Growlers' hardest working player. I didn't hear who got it.
Waiting for someone to come down the tunnel.
Maybe it's Buddy the Puffin. Maybe that's why he's there.
Chris, you could give it to any single guy on that team.
Honestly, I would almost want to give it to Cormier tonight. That's a battling game. That's a hard game, and they're going to give it to Riley McCourt. No. That's Trent Bork. I'm here for that, too.
Wouldn't have been surprised to see Mark Johnstone come down the tunnel then either.
Me neither. He's had an incredible weekend. That's Matteo Pietranero.
A fun talent to watch there on the back end, Chris. He's going to be someone to watch out for all season.
And he's a wonderfully nice guy. Jordan Smotherman with a pair of goals for Worcester is the number 2 star. Buddy the Puffin giving him a rousing round of applause.
No Worcester players coming out tonight.
Without his jersey on, comes out for a twirl. He's tonight's first star. He has 3 points, including 2 goals. What a night for Nate.
Great weekend. Great weekend.
He's only gotten better through the first 10 games of this season.
All right, there you go. The final tonight, Newfoundland Growlers 5, the Worcester Railers 3. Great game all around. If you just missed it, Trent Bork was named the hardest working player. 3rd star, Pietranero for the Growlers, Smotherman for the Railers, and the first star tonight, no surprise, 3-point night, Nathan Noel.
I thought he had a fantastic game. I thought he had a fantastic home series, too. Almost like a real coming out party for him. He really established himself going forward as a fan favorite, but not just because of his energy. His total skill. He really exemplified transition of his full play game, 200-foot, face-offs, key, energy, finishing hits, just really showed what it was like to be a complete hockey player.
Okay, we're going to show you the final 2 Growlers goals. We'll start with the one that made it 4-2.
Again, here we see it again. It's a tenacious forecheck, getting down, centered right in tight, and nice soft hands. How somebody can be left all alone like that, I have no idea. But again, we saw a lot of puck watching tonight. A little bit of hands there in front, nice pass out, a little bit of reaction. Love to see that.
Any coach worth his salt will tell you, shoot for the net. Shoot at the net. You never know what's going to happen. And we're going to show you the empty net goal because it's Nathan Noel, but,
well, I just think it's an example of hard work here. We see the forecheck by Nathan, but just before that, he took another big hit. He was hard on the forecheck all night long. He was finishing his hits, and then you get rewarded for that. You get rewarded for that, hockey players. Now, when you work hard like that, these opportunities are going to come. He had a tip goal early in the game. Then he gets rewarded with ice time at the end, and then finishing off into the empty net. Good things come from hard work. he exemplified that throughout this whole game.
And he was getting under the skin of the Railers players. At one point, you probably didn't see this on the TV broadcast, but 3 Railers players were chasing after him in their end, just talking him off ice, just doing some trash talking.
You know, and he had his mouth going all night, too.
He did.
Make no mistake, from the officials right to all the players, right to the goaltender. But he had them all up.
Yep.
He had them going, and it resulted in a win, and there's an effectiveness to that.
That's it for the homestand for the Newfoundland Growlers this Friday. They'll embark on a 5-game road trip beginning in Reading against the Royals. They'll be back home. Where home will be, we're not so sure yet. December 1st, another 6-game homestand against Reading and Trois-Rivières, the other team owned by Newfoundland Growlers owner Dean McDonald.
I'd like to say a big thank you to Dean McDonald and the Newfoundland Growlers and the town of Conception Bay South for coming together and working together and establishing an incredible relationship to really pushing us towards a new normal as to something that we haven't had in a long time, which is hockey and community back together again. Thank you so much.
And on that note, we bid you a good night, and we'll see you soon. Have a safe drive home and a safe rest on the couch home, I guess. On behalf of everyone here at Rogers TV, have a good night. Bye.